you doing? How we doing? All right, let's adjust here. We're a little late. We're making some fucking dinner. Cooking a little bit of dinner. But made some smash burgers. So I might have to make some adjustments here. There we go. Does that look okay? Should be good there. There. Okay. Should be good right there, honestly. So, how's everybody doing? There we go. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna eat my dinner, so don't mind me. I realized what time it was, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go live and eat my dinner. So, log in here. I think this is number 44, right? Live stream 44. There we go. If you guys are just coming in here, make sure to drop a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. Just helps the video or the live stream get out there to more feeds on YouTube. Yeah, that's number 44. How you doing, Michael? How we doing? Look what I made. A freaking delicious smash burger. It's kind of sliding all over the place, but that's my dinner right there. Special sauce. Some good old Canadian, clearly Canadian sparkling water. How we doing, Roman? It's definitely cold as fuck here too. Well, it's here -20 this morning. It's supposed to be like -10 here on like either tomorrow or on Sunday, something like that. Just so you guys know, while you're glazing, that's the exhaust manifold right here. So that's that beautiful stainless steel exhaust manifold. You guys won't see the unboxing for a while, but there's a sneak peek of it. It's going on my 4-port EcoBoost head. And then here is for the external wastegate, the precision. And then this connects to here. My plan, okay, so I'm running into kind of an issue. I want to extend off the manifold. I'm going to put a 45-degree angle right here. I got all the piping. The problem is the V-bands off this manifold, they don't make them like anywhere else. They're specific for this manifold by Corksport. So I got to figure out a way to get it where I can get a V-band that's identical to this somehow. And then fucking extend it, and then because I want to use this to connect directly to the turbo if I can, and then you know what I'm saying, that's my plan. I want to do it because I want to do a sidewinder turbo kit, so that's my plan. About to be the new Yeah. Well, I won't be the EcoBoost on this block for long because I'm actually moving to Oklahoma this summer. We're actually getting the fuck out of here, getting out of Vermont. The closest one, Roman, that comes to that V-band is the Vibrant V-band, and the problem is they discontinued it. So I don't know. I'm gonna figure something out. I will. I always do. Worst case scenario, I have to have this V-band right here. Well, I mean, there's two ways of doing it. Okay, so I really don't want to do this because this is all cast. But worst case scenario, I have to chop this off, have this cut off, and then I can have it welded on to the pipe that I need to extend to connect to here on the manifold, and then have another like universal V-band from like Ace Race Parts welded onto this cast piece here. You know what I'm saying? So that's one way. That's one option I could do. Another option could be I have this connected directly to it, but then I got to angle. So I got to get another precision turbo V-band. It would be a female connected to this male, and then I'd have to like have another angle. I don't think that would really matter too much. Like another 90-degree angle added wouldn't really hurt the flow too much. So I'm probably just like kind of overreacting about it. But you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be like a straight shot if I do it that way. I think that's going to be the best way. Just have like you know what I mean, another 90-degree off that. But I could do that. So I could definitely do that though. I'm gonna make it work either way. But yeah, it's getting pretty cold for you guys everywhere, huh? Yeah, I used to ice fish too. Well, with my grandfather. But yeah, anyways, we're moving to Oklahoma. Getting the hell out of Vermont. Moving this summer. Moving everything. Selling this place. We're gonna move down there near the city, Oklahoma City. And it'll be just a lot better. More Focus ST guys, more RS guys, more people to hang out with and meet, and it's just a lot cheaper overall. You know, the winters aren't as bad, not even close. So, you know, so yeah. It's gonna be nice. But how are you guys doing? Are you guys all prepared for this winter storm? So yeah, Ryan Hollyall's on right now. If you guys, I don't know if you guys watch him or not, but Ryan Hollyall is live right now, so probably put him on for a minute. I just won't have the yeah. He's got 73,000 people watching him right now. So
See the next one. And like literally half the people tuned out because they thought the video was
we'll
not a video. We're keeping going after I do that. All right, everybody stay.
That's crazy. Is Oklahoma cheap? Oh, it's I tell you what. Okay, so where I live here, gas right now is $3.05 a gallon. For an example, down there, the Walmart in El Reno is, I think my buddy said it was $1.80 or $1.85 for gas. Um,
I'm confused. What am I doing? Am I just doing this and we're transcribing it? Are you guys gonna record it?
yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's gonna be a lot of snow. See that pink right there? That's sleet. See the orange? The pink is ice. The orange is freezing rain or sleet. This obviously the snow is the blue. Oklahoma City is supposed to get like 12 inches. All the people in the South. What about the housing? Oh, the housing? Oh my God, way cheaper. We were looking at houses in El Reno. I mean, there was a house, you know, a couple houses for like 250,000, 2,100 square feet, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms. Depends on the house. You know what I mean? Not a lot of like where we were looking at wasn't like a whole lot of land in the spot, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But I mean, compared to here, like it would be like 500,000. You know what I'm saying? So let me mute that. I don't know. I'll figure out how the weather on behind us because it is pretty bad. About Florida, but everything is HOA. Yeah, there's no HOA shit down there, really. Vermont is really expensive. I mean, there's other states too that are expensive. You know what I mean? I can give you an example. So when I first bought this place, well, why is it so expensive? Fucking liberal Democrats. That's why. I mean, it's plain and simple. It's the truth. They made it into a second California. It's very unaffordable. All the old people stay here. Young people move out. It's not business friendly at all. We don't even have a Dairy Queen in Vermont, and we're a dairy state. You know what I'm saying? We don't have nothing for businesses. They don't allow businesses to advertise. No, there's no billboards near the interstates or nothing like that. North Carolina is probably way better than where I'm at, buddy. Just letting you know. I mean, like you think, I mean, you probably think it's bad there. Vermont, we get like, because our winters are so horrible and shit. And then on top of that, like it's just vehicle inspections and emissions. It's not really bad for that, but it's just, you know what I mean? Like it's $80 a year, $90 a year for registration now. Inspections are like $65 every year. The food is just higher. The gas is higher. There's nothing to do really here. The weather's, you know, shitty 6 months out of the year. Not a lot of sun. No E85. Like literally have to drive 4 hours away just to get E85, and pretty soon that's probably gonna be gone. You know, where I go down to, you know, Oklahoma, they're gonna have it all over the place. If I were all you guys, get away from the eastern seaboard, like the East Coast, get away from it. Like North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, it's definitely better for sure than up north, like where we are. But, you know, obviously, because it is going to be a little bit cheaper. But being on that northeast, like you still get shitty weather sometimes. I mean, hurricanes and storms like that. But so you must be, wait, your registration was 150. Is that for 1 year though, or 2 years? So they must base it off differently. Because like in Oklahoma, I think it's only like 30 or 40 bucks. Yeah, but okay, so do you have vehicle inspections? You probably don't have, do you have vehicle inspections though? Because if you add in our inspections on top of the registration, it's probably about what you're paying. But I mean, obviously, registration is higher for you probably because, you know, like it's Michigan, so that's probably why. But I know you guys get a lot of snow too. But it's still shitty here. Trust me, I mean, Michigan doesn't sound any better really because you're probably even farther up north than I am. But anyway, so you guys all ready for the big storm though? I mean, everyone's good. Got a generator if you need it. That's another thing too. Like down in Oklahoma, we don't have to worry about rusted vehicles and shit like that. They don't salt their roads down there. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. If they get like 5-6 inches of snow, they shut everything down. They just shut everything down. That's just how it is. Same thing with Texas. You know what I mean? The roads are way better. You know. Got my milk and bread. Hell yeah. Did you, hopefully you didn't forget your eggs. Got the milk and bread and eggs. Those are usually the top three. I think we're going to get about, I don't even know how much snow we're going to get. Probably 8 inches of snow, I think. Yeah, same thing here. We use salt brine on our roads. So if it's like below 20 degrees, Vermont is so bad for it. We use liquid salt brine, or it's calcium chloride. It's literally like fucking cancer for your car. It's so bad. I mean, it's really bad. But yeah, sorry for being late, guys. I was like 20 minutes late. I was cooking cheeseburgers for everyone, smash burgers, and I get looking at the time because I had it set for 5 o'clock. I probably should have had it set for 6, but I'm like, well, I kind of want to get on earlier, so then I don't have to get off, late and stay on a little bit longer if I need to. That's why I like getting on a little earlier. That way there we can kind of chill out and you guys can eat dinner or whatever and fucking, chill out and just, yeah. We can kind of get a bunch of more people up in here. That's one reason why I love Texas. Yeah, man. I'll be honest, Texas is my favorite state. Oklahoma is definitely my second favorite. And a lot of people just don't like Oklahoma. I don't know why. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of like Indian reservations there and shit, but like the people are really friendly though. Like just like normal, regular people. Like they're just right, they're friendly. I haven't been live every week, so you're not really missing much, Roman. But yeah, so But yeah, the people are friendlier down there. They're friendly in Texas as well. I mean, obviously it depends on what part of Texas. You know, there's different cities and shit like that. And there's nothing to do in Oklahoma. I mean, it depends on what part of Oklahoma you're in. Like near Oklahoma City, there's a lot to do. You know what I mean? Even on Route 66, near Oklahoma City, near El Reno and Yukon, there's some. I mean, it depends on what you describe as what, like, you know, what is there to do? You know what I mean? Like for me, there's just like way more businesses compared to where I live here. There's a lot more places to eat. You know, better selection, like more business, you know, just to like fucking have a job, you know what I mean? Like working and all that, like more business opportunity. You know what I'm saying? There's just like way more opportunity down there than there is here. Even if you get like paid less than you would here, um, you're still gonna make more in the end and be happier overall because the weather and everything's just way better. You know what I mean? It's cheaper to live. Your dollar gets stretched way further down there. And yeah, I mean, this person that says Oklahoma's boring, she probably lives in a town that has like 1,000 people. And there's plenty of towns like that in Oklahoma that are almost like ghost towns that, yeah, there's probably nothing to do around your town. But like near Oklahoma City, there's a shit ton to do. You know what I mean? And you don't have to be exactly in the city because I'm not really a city person. I wouldn't live in a city, but Oklahoma City is a really nice city, and they're actually building. Apparently, they're building the largest, the tallest skyscraper in the United States. It's gonna be taller than um, the fucking One World Trade Center. So that's gonna be kind of crazy, but. Um, so you have a bunch of money for your house, but there is no jobs in Vermont. Well, there is jobs here, but it's not as job like friendly. Like there's not as many businesses. You know what I mean? Exactly. There's jobs here, but it doesn't pay enough. Like the pay is high here too, and like you literally need to make like $30 an hour on your own just to be able to like survive here. Like $30 an hour by yourself. And I don't even know if you can afford to buy a house at $30 an hour here. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's true. Yeah. Yep. And by the way, if you didn't know, Sweet Buys is Laura's other account for YouTube. So that's my fiance. So just so you guys know, that's who it is. Yeah, the cost of living here is ridiculous. I mean, it's just like if you want to get a really high paying job around here, I mean, you'd have to go to like Burlington or something in another county where there's like more money. It's higher to it's even more expensive to live there because of taxes and shit like that. And the housing's even more expensive down there, closer to the cities, the bigger city. But the pay's higher. So if people like me, if I like, for example, if I found a job down there, yeah, it pays more, but it kind of equals out. You know what I mean? It's not really worth doing it, and still you're stuck in this shithole of a place that I'd rather make way less. Like I'd rather make half the money that I am now to be a lot happier in a place that's way better. And I'm just overall just better off. You know what I mean? And I just have more opportunity. So I don't know. That's just how I look at it. I don't want to be miserable and shit like that. Yeah, our interstate Our interstate here is only 2 lanes. It's 65 miles an hour. That's it. Okay, hey Ian, how you doing, buddy? So just put a depot front mount intercooler on and downpipe after my clutch burnout, and had to replace it. Now I'm leaking fluid. Where are you leaking fluid? Like coolant? Damn. Like, explain more if you can. You think it's a trans? Is it leaking? Okay, so is it leaking where the transmission like the case, the bell housing meets the engine? Did you touch the rear main seal at all? Because your rear main seal could be leaking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would say probably the only really good scenic road to even drive in Vermont is like Route 100. That's the most famous route that we have. Route 100 is probably the only scenic route in Vermont. Other than that, like, yeah, we're famous for our Vermont maple syrup and our cheese, Cabot cheese, stuff like that. Ben and Jerry's, obviously. But the thing is like, other than that, who fucking gives a shit about this place? Nobody stays here for a reason, because we're not a business-friendly state. Like, to open up a business here is such a pain in the ass. It took 20 years for our Walmart to get approved because the fucking 2 gas companies that monopolize the gas here in Vermont didn't want them to open up the fuel pumps at the Walmart, and they prevented that from happening. And the Act 250 bullshit permits took so long, and we finally got to Walmart in 2012, and then our Costco, which is near Williston, they finally got gas pumps, but it took them forever. And guess what? They're only limited, I think, for 1 day for a certain amount of hours or some shit like that. They're not allowed to sell gas all the time because the gas companies that control, there's I think one of the owners is like in the freaking board members of like Vermont or some shit, like, you know what I mean, like one of the head. So they have so much. It's honestly pretty insane. So I don't know. It's just not a place I want to be anymore. I grew up here, and I just want to get out of here. You know what I mean? I don't want to freaking be here anymore. The weather alone, just the weather itself is horrible. The winters, like I said, the cost of living is really bad, and I honestly just hate talking about it. So, but yeah, I mean, down in Oklahoma, I mean, like, you have Loves, you have Sheets, you have freaking Pilot, which, yeah, those are like truck stops. But I mean, Loves is my favorite gas station. I don't care. I mean, they're the best gas station, I think. They used to have Come and Go, but they got bought by Maverick. They have really good E85 too. Yeah, but I don't know. I dropped the trans to change its clutch. Yeah, you drop the trans to change the clutch. It could be, you know what else it could be? Okay. Is it brake fluid, you think? It could be your fucking throwout bearing leaking. Did you put a new throwout bearing in when you changed your clutch, Ian? And if so, when you put your new one in, how did you bleed it exactly, like step by step? Because I know you're supposed to bleed it, because I actually fucked my throwout bearing up on the black car because I had the clutch pedal depressed, so it was pushed down all the way, and I didn't realize it. When I went to prime the reservoir on the brake fluid and prime it through with my pump. I pressurized it. Well, you're not supposed to have the clutch pedal pushed down or depressed, and you're supposed to have it, out. So, so that ruined that new throwout bearing. So I had to put another one on, and so yeah. I don't know if that's what happened with you. I mean, if you have clutch pedal though, but okay, you'd know if your throwout bearing is bad because you wouldn't have any clutch pedal at all. So if you have clutch pedal, then it's not that. That is very interesting. I mean, it depends on like what exactly. If you just did your clutch, then I'd be curious to see like where is this leak exactly coming from? Like where, you know what I'm saying? Like where exactly is it coming from? If you want to send me like a photo on email, here, email me at WhiteBlurr. If anybody is interested in a upgraded Purge line, I have 8 available, and also any like upgraded high pressure fuel pump feed lines. I have some of those available as well. Those are $110 shipped, and then the Purge lines are $260 with the group buy right now. And then obviously any purchase made helps me even further with the 2.4 stroker build, obviously. So, what is the risk in running a bad purge line? Well, the risk would be that your air fuel ratios are all over the place, and if you are running like high horsepower or some shit, I mean, there's many risks. If you're having air fuel ratio like bouncing around, that's one problem right there, because that alone will literally skew your numbers, and it can make you run rich, too lean. It could cause more carbon buildup. It could cause your engine to blow. Depends if it's running too lean. Running a lot of boost and power, it's going to obviously magnify or like intensify that problem even higher. And then, hold on a second here. But yeah, I mean, other than that, like, and then also, freaking, like the check valve. If you have a bad check valve, that leaks boost, because the OEM one is known to leak boost. That can leak through. That's what causes premature wear. And then obviously, like, the PC valve, the purge valve itself, can get contaminated by carbon buildup from the fuel tank. So that's why I run a fuel filter in line, and it captures all that shit coming through the line. Because you got to understand, you're drawing vacuum on that line from your tank. Okay? And so the purge line is allowing your gases and any pressure that's built up in the fuel tank to pass through, and it just draws it in the intake manifold like very slowly. And the purge valve itself is just literally just monitoring that bullshit. It's an EPA fucking scam. It's honestly stupid. I wish it could be deleted. I don't think you can. I've heard of people deleting them, but I don't think it's honestly good to do that, because you have to have something to vent your gas tank with. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would rather have the upgraded purge line myself, personally, than to not have it at all, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, pressurizing it would be really bad. You'd literally probably destroy your purge valve, and it'd probably blow apart or some shit. And then it'd pressurize your fuel tank. And that could be really fucking bad. So, I mean, there's so many things that could go wrong. And I wish I made like a purge line for the Mustang. I never was given a line. Like if I was giving, like if somebody donated a line or a piece that mattered the most on the Mustang EcoBoost, I could probably figure something out. But it's getting the purge valve itself. I would just replace it, and come up with something probably to make it better. But yeah. But anyway, guys, if you can, let's see how many likes we have. We have 8 likes. We're almost at 10 likes, guys. If you guys, if anybody hasn't already, drop a like. It really helps the live stream. It just helps get us out there to other people, maybe even potential new people that haven't even subscribed, and they don't also know we're live. If you like the stream, it just puts us out there even better, and then just puts us in front of more eyes. I appreciate that, guys. We're at 10 likes just like that, and that's gonna put us out there even higher in the algorithm. So I greatly appreciate that. But yeah, and also if anybody needs any car parts at like cvfab.com, obviously I have my discount code since I am affiliated with them, and that does support me also. But yeah, I mean it saves you guys money, like the intercooler stuff, the downpipes, charge pipes, high quality shit, man. I mean it's definitely worth it. Yeah. So, who else is on there now? Is Max Velocity on there now? Yeah, he's on. All right.
Basically means for every inch of liquid rain that were to fall, we're basically talking about 15.
All right. That looks pretty bad right there. That's looking pretty bad. My car is parked for the winter. I have coolant leak somewhere. I'd like to know more about this Ian guy's car. Like I know he swapped out the clutch and did all that, but like what kind of fluid do you think you're leaking, and where exactly do you think it's coming from? You know what I'm saying? That'd be really helpful, because then we can kind of pinpoint exactly what it is. Wait, what happened? Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Hopefully the weekend is going to be good for you, and hopefully you're dodging all this nasty weather. Yeah. See, there you go. I've never seen this guy in the chat ever. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Did you get a flash tune or a custom tune? You have 2013. Hell yeah. Mine's a 13 as well. Early 13, but yeah, it's still 13. Flash tune. Hell yeah. Awesome. Yeah, you'll be really happy with it. So I'm getting tuned again by Stratify, but it's gonna be Alex specifically. He has other guys that actually tune cars, and it won't be Alex because he wouldn't be able to do all of them. That's how busy he is. But like the flash tune, it could be done by somebody else. Yeah, what the hell? Spire part of coolant leaks, or I thought blew the engine while tuning on limp mode. You must have blew a coolant line, like the heater hose. Did you blow a heater hose off the firewall or some shit? You might have blown a heater hose off the firewall, or like the gasket isn't so well known to fail right there. That's possible. Normally it doesn't leak. If you have a gasket or O-ring that failed on that stupid plastic piece there, then it normally doesn't leak out fast enough to have that problem, unless you had to drive a long way. But yeah, I mean, that's crazy. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I have heater hoses on the floor over here if you want me to show you, but it is known to fail, unfortunately. I think the best way to get around it is eliminating the actual connector and then just running the hose with a butterfly clamp on there. And yeah, just freaking run it on there and just clamp it on there on the barb fitting. Oh yeah, my birthday is tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna be 36 tomorrow, guys. So yeah, woohoo, getting old. Yeah, I sold the Dark Knight. Fuck, dude. Oh, that video has been okay. So any videos that you guys are seeing right now, like I sold that fucking thing in like September. So I just like to play. I like to play out my videos like a storyline. That way there, it just builds a better story that way instead of releasing it like every fucking day. Like I'd run out of content if I did it every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to build a story behind everything that I do. I feel like it just kind of just adds, to everything that I do. So, and with that, it was just a really nice storyline. And now the next thing, but yeah, we sold that in like September. But that was the last video of the series that you guys saw. If you guys haven't checked it out, the last video was the Dark Knight ST. I think it was called Last Time Driving the ST or something. My next project car, I'm working on the white car. The WhiteBlurr ST is like, that's my project car for 13 years. So the black car, I got it really cheap and I rebuilt it, put some more money into it than I want to do, but it turned out to be a really nice car. I fixed it up because I didn't want to see it in a scrapyard. So that's why I bought it. Otherwise, the person was literally going to just bring it to the scrapyard, have it crushed for metal, and I just didn't want to see that for that car. I saved it, and now it's running better than ever. It's got a built bottom end. The owner's enjoying it, driving it every day. But yeah, my white car, basically, if I didn't have that black car, my white car would have been running last year. But now that the black car is gone, we got that out of the way. I can focus on getting my white car done the way I want to. And I'm really striding on getting the 4-port cylinder head with the exhaust manifold done. So right now I have the 4-port cylinder head at a machine shop. They're gonna see what they can do to get kind of any little gains out of it. Being, I don't want to put a shit ton of money in the cylinder head, but any kind of gains I can get out of it. We're gonna run stock sized valves. And we're not going to port it. Like, we're not porting it out. We don't have to actually make any power in that cylinder head. A lot of people think that Ford Performance EcoBoost cylinder head actually doesn't flow good, and that's actually wrong. Yeah, it doesn't flow the best, but, with a little bit of work, and it looks like the throat area is going to be where it's going to be worked on by these guys, and a valve job, probably new valves. That's all we need to do. We don't have to port the whole cylinder head out. So yeah, it's actually not as bad as what you would think. But yeah, welcome Mike and Russell. Appreciate you guys being in here. Hopefully the weather's not gonna be as bad for you guys, but if it is, obviously get prepared. I have some problem as Ian replaced my clutch and remain seal, put it was back together and oil coming from the weeping hole. Yeah, okay, so I had hey Hard Style, how you doing, buddy? So I've had this problem with the rear main seals leaking. Even if you put a new one on, it leaks. I've figured out the reason why. You have to really put a lot of RTV, the silicone, you have to put a lot of it in the edges of the fucking rear main seal, and I'll show you what I mean. So let me let me raise this up right here, and then let me bring this over here so we can kind of talk a little bit better here. I'll show you guys what I mean. Let me see here. Do I have my rear main seal down here? Hold on a second. But yeah, any of you new guys that are just joining, if you want a upgraded Purge line or fuel line for the high pressure fuel pump, this is the upgraded Purge lines. It's all wrapped up right now. This is one I have made. I can make 8 more. But yeah, if you haven't done this mod, definitely recommend it. Yeah, and it'll help. Obviously, all the money that I would use for making these, it costs. My throat's so dry. It costs $200 just to make these in parts. But whatever money that I have left over, I literally use it to put into my white car. I don't blow it. I literally put it toward the white car, which is going to provide more content for the channel. And right now, like I'm literally working on doing a something that nobody else has done, and that is the Cork Sport Mazda Speed 3 manifold. This is the best manifold that you can get. It's cast stainless. You know, CFD or CAD designed. You know, it's all flows perfectly, equally. And so what I want to do is the 4-port EcoBoost Sidewinder with my 56.62 Next Gen with a 105 AR exhaust housing, precision turbo. And it's going to be a 2.4. It's going to be a 2.4 stroker kit. So that's my plan. So that's what I want to do. Worst case scenario, if this Sidewinder thing doesn't work out and I can't get this to work, then obviously I'm going to have to figure out something else. And I have an RS cylinder head ready to go, and I can just slap on, I can literally just slap on this RS manifold with the downpipe, precision downpipe, and all that. That being said, yeah, I can get the car running faster, but that's the more boring route, I feel like. It still would be a gnarly setup. It's still going to be a 2.4 with an RS head swap on an ST block. But it's not like, to me, I want to do something different. And that manifold right there, like that's going to be freaking insane. Just imagine what it's going to sound like. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be freaking ridiculous. So, I want to show you guys that rear main seal example. Okay, so where is rear main seal? Where's my billet rear main seal at? I think it's over here. My billet rear main seal might be over here. It's probably over here. I want to show you hands-on what it. Oh, there's my flange for that. Oh, here we go. Okay. So see this right here? Okay, so see this? This is a billet one. Highly recommend it, by the way. Awesome. Really nice. This gasket can be replaced. You can get this gasket at O'Reilly's. And so yeah, literally, so this here has RTV silicone gasket on it right there. The problem I always run into, and this is probably what happened to you, whoever it was that was having a rear main seal leak. The problem is you gotta literally load it up on the sides, right here where the oil pan meets this right here and the block. And you gotta literally load it up. Like, you almost have to double it up, basically. So you got your one bead. Well, you want to do like another bead. And every time, I always forget to fucking do that. So it ends up leaking a little bit of oil. My car, when I had the 2.3 stroker, I was leaking a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a big deal. I wasn't losing really much oil at all. I didn't notice it in a dipstick. But it was just freaking annoying, you know what I'm saying? So it's not the rear main seal exactly. It's just the way you're, like, you got to really add a lot of gasket, silicone gasket right here. And you think you wouldn't have to. But on the OEM one as well, you got to add it obviously on the bottom. So you got to add it all the way on the bottom and then double it up on the edges of the rear main seal. You got to really double it up. Like, it's got to be a lot. So that's where it leaks right there. Just so you guys know. Okay. So just a future reference. That's where you're going to have your problem. I can promise you that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, let's see. What would rear main seal cause clutch to slip? No, the rear main seal will definitely not have any problem. It would have nothing to do with the clutch. Even if there's oil leaking, because it leaks down. That's what that spot was designed for, to leak any fluid instead of building up in the transmission area. No, it wouldn't cause it to slip. So, I mean, I don't know. Wait a minute, let me see here. No, it definitely. I'm literally on my feet waiting for the rear main seal. Oh, sorry, buddy. What kind of bottom end are you using on Bruce Wayne? On Bruce Wayne. Okay, so we are using. So these are, hopefully you guys don't mind me standing up. Let me get you further away from me, right here. Does that look okay? Yeah, it should be okay right there, right? Okay, so we are using a custom 2.4 stroker kit from Speed Performance. Now, that being said, these are the rods right here. They're H-Tough Manly rods. Mazda Speed 3 MZR, you read that right. It's literally made for the 2.5 stroker, but you can use it for the 2.4. The difference between the 2.4 stroker and the 2.5 is literally the bore of the cylinders. So a 2.4 would be, I think it's 100 millimeter stroke with the 2.5 crankshaft. And then you got these rods with a custom length. And these are H-Tough H-beams. They're not a normal H-beam, so they're stronger. They can handle more. But the pistons, so for a 2.4, you need to have 88 millimeter pistons. I would prefer 87.5 personally, but they just came 88. And they're also a 10-to-1 compression ratio. So that doesn't really mean nothing for that, but they're just a little bit higher compression than stock. But okay, so the 2.4 runs at 88 millimeter. The 2.5 runs at 89 millimeter bore. So the piston would be 89 millimeter bore for that engine setup for the 2.5. Now that's literally the difference. It's just the bore. And for an 89 millimeter setup for the 2.5, you have to have a sleeved block. Anything past 88 millimeter, you have to literally have your block sleeved. You have to take out the original sleeves. You know what they do is they just drill it right out. They literally machine it. The best person to do that is LA Sleeve. That's actually who EMS and Speed Performance uses anyways, is LA Sleeves. They're a dry sleeve, I believe it is. And they literally just insert these new sleeves, bore it and hone it to spec. And yeah, that's literally it. So I can show you the rods. Nothing really special. They're just a beefier H-beam. So, I mean, it literally says mainly H-Tough right there. So they're a little bit wider, beefier. You know, still ARP 2000 stud bolts right here. You know, good lubrication for the oiling. There's 2 holes, you know, for that. But yeah, they're just a beefier rod. These are a custom rod, so they're meant to handle. Apparently, they can handle like 700 at the wheels. Now, personally, I would never run that much on an H-beam in the 4-cylinder. So, yeah, that's just me. Like, even if they tell me they can handle that much, like, I'm just not gonna do it. For one, 700 at the wheels and an ST is kind of mental, in my opinion. It's really freaking crazy. So, what's the point of running? To me, like anything over 600, even 550, anything over 550, you're just like looking for trouble. You're always gonna break shit. You really have to have a lot of money to maintain it and don't beat the shit out of it. You know what I mean? Like the best horsepower range is like literally between 400 and 500 at the wheels. That's like the best reliable horsepower range. Even if you build the engine, it's still the best horsepower range. You know, you have the grip, you have, you know, you don't have to worry about axles. You don't have to really worry about a whole lot of things. You know, running camshafts, a lot of people say, oh, you don't need camshafts, you know, because you're under 500 horsepower. I get that. But the thing is running camshafts allows your engine to breathe even better. It allows for less back pressure, even on that stupid little single exhaust port on the ST cylinder head, which is horrible, by the way. It's literally the worst cylinder head to make power on. It's just a true fact. The RS head is definitely way better. And then if you want to even go beyond that, the 4-port cylinder head, because it doesn't have the you know, the freaking coolant jackets to cause cracking and all that bullshit. You don't have to worry about that at all because it has individual exhaust ports, no coolant interference, nothing like that. So yeah, I mean, well, I guess I'm not in the shot. Oops. I was just looking there. But yeah, so I mean, so I'm running mainly H-Tough rods, and then I'm running the Molly pistons. So they're just a Molly piston. If that's what you want to call Bruce, WhiteBlurr ST is, if you want to call it Bruce Wayne, because it's literally the opposite, being white of the Dark Knight. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, nothing crazy. I have all my stainless piping right here. So here is my Schedule 40 2-inch stainless piping for the Sidewinder kit. Like, I literally have a bunch of this shit that I got. Stuff that I figure I would need right there. And then, yeah, I mean, you guys can see it again. But this is the manifold I'm going to run. So how you would look at it is it's going to be on the car like this. It's going to bolt on right there like that. It is going to run a little bit high. Hopefully, it should clear the firewall, no problem. I don't think we're going to have a problem with the clearance on the firewall because the 4-port cylinder head obviously isn't as wide because it has individual runners. So it doesn't have, like, you know, the ST and RS stick out further because it has the built-in exhaust manifold in it. So it sticks out a few more inches. So this here basically makes out for it. It's like it'll equal out for the distance. So I don't have to worry about it being pushed out even more. So yeah, it's gonna hook up like this, and then my plan is to run a 45. That's what I want to do, a run a 45, but I can't replicate this V-band. I mean, I don't know who could, you know what I mean? It's not a standard V-band flange. So the plan is to run that, and then I could try just connecting this to it. So this would connect to it like this, and then I'd angle it up, and then have another like 90, short 90 radius here with a, what's nice is that I could make this work because this is a precision turbo flange. That flange here isn't like a name brand flange. It's literally like a fucking custom flange from Corksport, and they won't sell them separately, unfortunately. I hate that. So it makes it harder for me because I can't do what I want to do exactly. So one option is to run it on there like this, and then this would run kind of upward, and then run another like 90 here, and then bring my piping off to the side outward, you know, for my Sidewinder. The other option, which is really I don't like, is cutting this off here. This is cast stainless steel. So cutting this off, welding this new flange on the 45, and then having another V-band welded onto this. I just don't like that idea personally, because I don't want to fucking screw this integrity up on this nice piece. So I don't know. I mean, that's one option. Or I don't run the Sidewinder, and I just literally run it on the manifold directly, have it angled down on the precision turbo, and then just extend the downpipe to that. That's another option. And then have my tile wastegate right here, probably angled like where the dump tube would come down, come out, and then off to the side, like where the downpipe is somewhere. So that's another option. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking of it in my head how I'd want it. Ultimately, I want a Sidewinder kit just because nobody else has done it like this. So not with that manifold, you know what I mean? So yeah, and it's a 2.4 stroker. So I think it just sounds really cool. It'd make good content. It'd be different, you know. It's gonna sound freaking insane, you know, especially going through the normal exhaust setup that I have currently. I feel like it'd be pretty crazy. It might be really tame. It might not be loud at all. It's definitely not gonna sound like an ST though. So I don't know. I'm missing all the comments. Sorry about that. Custom block. No, it's so the block is a Focus ST block. So I can show you my car if you haven't seen it. Here, let me see here. Here, hold on. So here is the white currently. Okay. So I'm hoping I don't have to remove my transmission. If I do, whatever. But I'm hoping I don't have to. I'm hoping I can just sneak the engine in here with the clutch because it's a single mass. It should fit. A dual mass, you can't make it work. But yeah, I had this all apart. So I was showing somebody. Actually, that Vinny, that Vinny guy on YouTube, he was actually asking me how he could fix his battery relocation issue. He had the wire all different, hooked up differently, and so I kind of explained him how it should be. So he's gonna fix that. Yeah. But here's all the piping for the Sidewinder kit, and then here's that 45. So I'd run this 45. So yeah, I kind of want to show you guys, like, this is my idea. You know what I mean? So this fucking manifold is heavy as shit. So like I'd run it. See this right here? So you get a flange welded on, or there's a vibrant flange. It's really equal to this. But if I get this on there, I can kind of run it like that, because the way it's angled now, it's going to hit the firewall. Like if I want piping, you can't just go straight because it'll go right to the firewall. So I get a flange, and then it brings it back inward to the cylinder head. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's one option. That's the ultimate way I would want to do it. But I might have to fucking literally connect this. I might have to just connect it like this and then run it like a 90-degree off that. I don't know. I mean, because I don't want to fucking cut this off. And if I can't find a V-band that matches up to this right here, which this is very close to a EFR vibrant V-band that they discontinued. But I don't know. It's kind of rough to make custom shit like this, you know what I mean? I want to make it work, you know? I don't want to, not make it work, and it's going to be insane. If if I can get this done, it's going to be crazy. But, yeah. So here's all the Purge line stuff. I gotta make more of them. But yeah. So, I mean, that's gonna be pretty insane just looking at that manifold and having a normal manifold on the ST is kind of insane. Even if I don't do a Sidewinder kit, like literally, it's still pretty fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I'll show you guys here. Even like here, I'll show you. I'm gonna mount the turbo up to it. I'll mount the turbo up and see what you guys think. I'll mount the turbo up to it. Here, we'll do that. Watch us. So we're gonna mount this up. So I'm gonna run this like this. So I'm just showing you. This is another option that I could do if I don't do a Sidewinder. This is the other option. I have to get the stuff over here. And any of you guys, so this does fit. This is a Mazda Speed 3 manifold. This is not for a Focus ST or RS. This is a Mazda Speed 3 manifold. So It will work. This actually bolts up to the 4-port Ford Performance cylinder head, which is pretty insane. Like, it's literally the same bolt pattern. So that's what's crazy about it. It's literally the same bolt pattern. So I'm going to show you an example of how badass this actually looks. I think it's badass anyway. Even if it wasn't a Sidewinder, it's still badass. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, yeah, Sidewinder is fucking cool and all, but if for some reason I can't make it work, if I can at least have the 4-port cylinder head and then mount the turbo kind of like in the stock area location, I mean, you guys probably would still be fine with that, because either way, it's not going to change the sound doing a Sidewinder, or, you know what I mean? So it's not going to change that. But there, here, let me tighten this up a little bit more. So you guys see that? Okay, and then the turbo itself is right here. So just so you guys know, I have a bunch of videos coming out for this series. So I have a lot of unboxing videos. Whether you guys like unboxing videos or not, I just wanted to do it because it just makes sense to have it part of the series. I feel like it just adds a little bit more to the excitement of running this setup all together. So personally, that's what I want to do. Now I don't have to unbox everything, but I did a video unboxing the crankshaft, cylinder heads, unique parts like the turbo, this turbo here. I did an unboxing on it. Okay, so this is another option. I just thought of this. What the fuck? Wait a minute. No, that wouldn't be a good idea. I was gonna say top mount it, run it on the top like this, but then I don't know if I could fit it like that. That would be pretty insane too, running a top mount. I just thought of that, but the downpipe would have to be extended even further, unfortunately. Or I run a dump. It's either run a downpipe or run it right out the hood, but then that's going to sound retarded in my opinion. I just don't like running it like that. That'd be like for a drag racing setup, and I'm not drag racing this. I'm not drag racing, so that's not what this car is for. But let me see here if I can mount this up here. So yeah. So I'm just mounting this up right now to show you guys kind of an idea of how this looks currently. Okay. I have to loosen this up even more. I'll look at your guys' questions. If you ask questions in the chat, I'll look at them still. I'm not looking right now, but I will catch up on them. So don't worry, I'm not gonna ignore you. I'm probably one of the few YouTubers that actually respond to every comment on my channel. Like every comment, I literally respond to it. Like literally, I will. I look at every comment, I read them, and I comment. I literally reply to them. So that's just how I am. I like to engage with everyone. You know what I'm saying? I just like to engage and okay. There we go. I gotta put this on tight. There we go. This is so loose now. Hold on a minute. So what I plan to do before I get my engine fully assembled, is I actually plan to mock up this kit before I mount the 4-port cylinder head. So what I'm gonna do is get my I have a spare block. So I'm gonna get my bare bones block before I build it, put it on, put the cylinder head on it, mount it up, not torque everything down, just gonna mount it up, you know, snug it, and then I'm gonna literally run, I'm gonna put this manifold on there, see where it lines up with everything, and then literally like go from there. I'm gonna literally test fit everything before I actually put the engine internals in and get all that, and then come to find out I can't really do it, and then I have the fucking engine all together, like the long block, and I can't run the 4-port. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure 100% that I can actually make this work. And it might be crazy because I bought this manifold, and you know, but I feel like I can make it work one way or another. That's why I felt confident in doing this. It's just whether or not I can do the Sidewinder or not. That's mostly the biggest thing. Really. What the hell? Okay. This ain't fucking lining up properly because I don't have the clamp on there right. And there we go. Ain't on tight enough. There we go. I need to tighten it down more. Like, it needs to be tightened down a lot. So actually tighten it down good. There we go. Alright. Yeah, see that? Externals are more precise and handle more yeah, so hold on a second. Alright, so okay. Run that probably like that. I mean, this is another option. I could just run it like this. Okay, hold on. So I could run it. I would have to run it inward more. So this has to be turned in as close as possible without rubbing that right there. Probably like right there. Like I said, I gotta test fit this thing, but that's pretty good right there. I mean, look at that. Where did I get my cylinder head? I got the cylinder head off eBay. It was a used cylinder head, 45,000 miles. I even bought a brand new one off there and I sold it like a freaking moron. I sold it because I knew I could make money off it. And I didn't know I could run this freaking exhaust manifold on it until now. So maybe some of you guys have seen it. There's a video circulating of a guy, I think is in like Saudi Arabia or some shit. He has an excess power exhaust manifold. It's the cheaper, shitty one. The exhaust manifold for the Mazda Speed 3. He has a 4-port cylinder head. It sounds like ass, but I believe it's because of his exhaust setup, honestly. It has nothing to do with the manifold and 4-port. It's literally his exhaust setup. And he's running a BNR. See, that's the thing. I don't want to run a BNR turbo because I could literally mount up a BNR turbo and run the downpipe, be perfectly fine. I don't want to do that. That's another thing. But he's running a BNR. This right here is for precision, but I have to customize my downpipe. So my downpipe might have to be like literally like curled in. So I got to do like probably a 1. What was that? What was that 90? This is a 90. So I'd have to literally do like almost a 180. Not really, but kind of come in and then extend off it like a normal downpipe. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is right now I have it rotating so I can adjust it as needed. But yeah, let me see here. I mean, here, hold on. I'll show you guys. So this is ceramic coated. This is not polished. That's the ceramic coating that Precision does on the housing. So, I mean, even that right there is pretty fucking badass. Like, even if I didn't do the Sidewinder kit and I couldn't make it work, like this alone right here, like I have the external wastegate right here, hook it up. Like this is still pretty fucking badass. Like obviously I'd turn this down more. You know, I'd have to run this as close as I can to here, unfortunately, because this is, even though this is going to be the hot end, you know, I'll have to get it kind of closer because I got to turn this downward. I got to get my charge pipe, you know, all extended. Why are you waiting on? Get the car going. What am I waiting on? It's winter right now. I get what you mean. We can get it test fitted sooner. I'll get it done. I'm not worried about it. I got plenty of time. What kind of turbo? Wait, who's wanting to run a turbo? What kind of turbo? Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of work to get this kind of shit done. Like the way I want to do it. Yeah, it's fucking cold here. Like I can't just get my car. The thing is, if I rushed and got this done and have it done by like mid-February, I still can't drive the car because there's salt on the roads. It's winter. Fucking literally like I won't be able to drive my car until like probably May 1st. Because our roads, like unless it rains a lot in April and we have a good spring, then I can like actually drive it. Otherwise, I can't drive the car. So what's the sense of actually getting it all together and built right off? You know, it just makes no sense. I'd rather take my time and do it right. I want to get this 4-port cylinder head situation figured out first. Get this all figured out. See how I'm going to do it. I really want to do the Sidewinder thing, but if I can't do it, don't be angry at me, guys, if we can't make that work. If I can make this work right here, I still think this is going to be insane. Yeah, I mean, I just can't. I just want to make sure this runs right and get it done properly. So, I mean, and this is exactly how it's going to look. So it's going to be on the cylinder head, just on this end. This is how it would look roughly if I had it like this. Okay. So, I mean, look at this. I mean, this is how, like, you can look up this freaking manifold. Here, hold on. I'll actually show you guys on the TV what this, like, this manifold is pretty insane. That manifold is $1,000, by the way. Just so you know, it's not cheap. Okay. So I'm gonna look up that manifold. And is there anybody asking questions before I get this? Gooseneck, big turbos is soon to come. Yep. Where did you get your solenoid? eBay. So the cylinder head I got was it's literally like a Ford Performance one. It's the it's between 2013 and 2015. Was it the Land Rover Evoque 2.0? You can do that one, or the Jaguar XF 2.0. That's also between like 2011 or 2012 to 2015. Those are the same cylinder heads, exactly the same thing. Just go on eBay and look for it. Let me see here. Let me Ontario, Canada is 20 minus 20. Yeah, I'm good with that. Torque Sport Mazda Speed 3 manifold. So here's the manifold that I got right here, and I'm going to show you guys on the big screen, like the specs of it. I'm going to show you guys the specs right here. So I'm going to show you guys, and then we can get that back to normal chatting. So hold on a second. So okay, so this is so here. What the hell? I'll show you from here. So here is all the stuff here. So this is what it looks like in a Mazda Speed. Like, that's what it looks like. I mean, if you look at the Mazda Speed 3, from here to the firewall is literally the same fucking distance. Like, if not, we probably have even more room than they do, because their cars are even more compact than ours in the front end. I feel like we definitely have way more room. Like, look at the manifold, look how squeezed in that is, and then look on this side. I'm not running that shield, I don't think. So, but look at that. Look how badass that looks. You guys can see that, right? Yeah? Okay. So, see how that's set up? Now, I'm not wanting to run my hot charge pipe like that. See this hot charge pipe come up and down? I'm not going to do that. To me, that's kind of craziness. But, so yeah, let me see here. I'll show you guys. Here's like the actual science behind it. So this right here makes 30 to 40 wheel horsepower over the excess power V3 exhaust manifold. And it also faster, has faster spooling. It's obviously because it's well designed. Here's the like the flow of it, so you can see it has equal flow in each runner. And then the bullet collector. has a shallow 16-degree angle collector. I guess it's utilizing increased efficiency, which is nice. Peak flow and horsepower. And then obviously they kept it balanced to maintain the unique Mazda Speed 3 exhaust note. So it's going to be very interesting what this is going to sound like on this setup here. I didn't get the dump tube. This is a dump tube you can get with it. That's an add-on. I didn't get it. So, but it's top of the line. You know, this manifold is easily capable of 650 at the wheels, no problem, easily. They're showing at 28 inches of H2O showed an average CFM and flow improvement of 45% over OEM and 33% over excess power V3 exhaust manifold. That's pretty insane. So I don't know. I mean, I think this combination with this cylinder head and the 2.4, and you got to remember, I'm also running, this is a fucking 105 exhaust housing. So this is going to be maximized. Like this is a this is not an 82, it's not a 71 or 64 AR. This is a 105 AR exhaust housing. So it's literally going to have as much top end as possible because it's going to eliminate the excess back pressure created by a smaller exhaust housing. So you have a 2.4 and you got this nice, beautiful cylinder head setup with the manifold. You don't want to create a bottleneck on the turbo or on the cylinder head with the turbo. So you eliminate any of that problem going with a bigger exhaust housing. Yeah, it might not spool as good, but the thing is this is going to spool better than my previous turbo setup, the G35 900. This is a 5662 next gen turbo. Sorry, I haven't really checked out your questions, Master Meatball, but I'll definitely check them out. Here, let me get over here. And yeah, so there's the white car. But let me get over here and we can actually speak some here and fucking talk. There we go. Let me plug my phone in. Been talking for a while. Now we can actually like chill out for a minute. Okay. But yeah, this is I don't know. I want to really make this work. Like either way, whether it's Sidewinder or this setup like this, I want to make it work just for the sake of science. And it's just going to be freaking insane. So I just can't wait. And that's why I got to really take my time on this right here because I want to make it sure it's done properly. It is expensive. So if you guys want to buy any if you want to buy any upgraded Purge lines and help support me in any way, that's greatly appreciated. Everything I do is not sponsored, you know. So, you know, I do make a little bit on YouTube. I'll be honest with you, like it's not a whole lot. Like YouTube doesn't really pay a lot. I mostly like I'm mostly making my money off fucking, whatever I can off the Purge lines, but I don't make much. I'm making like $30, $40 off Purge line. Like, and I don't want to like rip people off. That's why I do the group buys for $260 because I want to provide the best quality product. And it's something like I would run on my car equal to exactly. And, if I'm going to run it, if I can run it on my car, then you guys can run on your car. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally, that's how it is. And that's how I feel. So, but the parts to make these things isn't cheap. It's literally $200. Then you got to figure shipping was $12 with USPS shipping, priority mail. And then, I make like $30, $40. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not a whole lot. But you know, I'm not trying to sell these for $300 a piece. You know what I'm saying? Like I could, but I definitely wouldn't sell as many of them. I'd rather do a group buy sale, sell more of them, and then also help more of you guys out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just how I look at it. But I mean, you can. I'd put RS and wait, what? Also, one thing I haven't really seen confirmed online that if we were to get aux fueling, say an intake manifold with 4-port injection, would I still need the high pressure fuel pump and injectors, or would it need? No, you don't need to upgrade the stock fuel pump and all that. You don't have to do any of that. I ran stock high pressure fuel pump and ST injectors, and made just above 550 at the wheels with 65-pound injectors on my Radium aux fuel setup. So you don't, and it was on E85, full E85, no blend. It's just way easier that way. Now you could upgrade, but really there's no sense in doing it because it's limited either way. And the thing is, it's just for me, I'd rather just run E85 through the 4-port anyway. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I look at it. Like any 93 tunes, I just run it through the normal system, and then like, you know, I have a 350 wheel horsepower map, and then I'll have a low boost E85 map, and then I'll have my higher boost E85, and both of those low and high boost would be on the same 4-port, just running right through it. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, you don't have to. If you're trying to maximize every little bit out of it and you're trying to make like 800 at the wheels, then yeah, normally people would go with like the 60% over XDI pump. But the thing is, like the XDI pumps, I hear bad things about them. And I was kind of worried about that. Like I never done that route because you got to figure too, you're adding pressure, you're adding cylinder pressure by just increasing the pressure of the fuel. You know what I'm saying? You're increasing fuel pressure. Like you're, what is it, like 1,000 PSI more? You're increasing the pressure of the cylinder, each cylinder doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't help either. And then also, like they don't have a lifetime warranty on the XDI pumps. They don't last that long from what I know. Really, if you're going to upgrade, go with the freaking, what is it, the Nostrum high pressure fuel pump. But then you have to get the upgraded sensor and the fuel rail. And it's like, I don't want to do all that bullshit. And then that can fail. Like, I'd rather just deal with anything OEM as possible. And then I don't even upgrade to a 4-bar or 5-bar intake manifold sensor or sensor on the intercooler. I don't even do that unless I know for a fact I'm going past 29 PSI. Otherwise, you don't need to do it. You just keep the 3-bar in there. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely do the injectors. You can go RS injectors if you want to. I mean, they're cheaper than the ST injectors on Rock Auto. RS injectors, I don't know what the prices are now. They're probably still 65, 70 bucks a piece. But ST injectors they're Bosch ones. They're 75, I think, 70 bucks, something like that on Rock Auto. Just go under like 2013. I like to look under, for Rock Auto, I like to go under 2013. Focus ST. I don't like doing the other years because 13 is the original year. It's the first year it came out, so it has more options, I feel like. So if you go under 2013 ST, go under engine, or no, not under engine, go under like fuel and whatever. You'll see fuel injectors. You can see under there, you'll see the injectors. Go Bosch. Bosch is the replacement injector anyway. Shit. Woo. But yeah, so hopefully that helped out. Is there a kit for a kit? Wait, is there a kit for the pipes I would need in total for the turbo? Like anyone come out? What turbo? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look at it. Let me see. I'm looking at your messages now. Okay. I am installing a billet motor currently. Badass build from EMS. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Mount the turbo like a unicorn horn. Yeah. Is it internal wastegate just for sounds? I haven't looked too much into the wastegate mechanisms. No, it's an external wastegate setup. External wastegate is better for like flow, because you can literally just switch out the wastegate and then customize it any way you want. You can customize the spring, and then you don't have to worry about the flapper bullshit failing in the turbo. The best turbos that are internally wastegated are the Borg Warner EFR turbos. Like, for example, I ran the 7163 EFR for the longest time, and I still have it. It's actually right here. So this right here, I could literally mount this bad boy up to my RS head, and be done with it, call it a day. But this is going to literally restrict the 2.4 stroker. So it's a big turbo, but it's not big enough on the exhaust side. It's an 85 AR, 7163, SXE compressor housing, upgraded internal wastegate. This has got a IWG 75 with a 14-pound spring, and then custom oil drain line. But yeah, the flapper is like right here. So yeah, it's just, it hasn't failed on this turbo. I mean, these turbos do it the best. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, this is still a great turbo. I'll never get rid of it. It's just my favorite turbo. So overall, it's just my favorite turbo. I know work with this. Let's see here. My bad. Apparently, the one I'm getting is BNR 71. Just says getting. I would get your if you're getting a BNR. I mean, if that's the route you're going, get it from Elliott Specialized Performance. It's gonna be way cheaper there. Well, I don't know if it's way cheaper, but it's cheaper than most places. Elliott Specialized Performance. And if you want to upgrade your intercooler, and like, I know a lot of people run the Depot one, the 5.5 inch, and the thing is, it's so heavy, it can actually break the tabs that it rests on the radiator. And I kind of sound like a broken record because I've mentioned this so many times, but the thing is, it's true. And there's new people in here, so I just kind of want to explain it. If you go with the 4.5 inch CV Fab intercooler, not only does it flow and it actually has better efficiency, has better flow, but it's made overall higher quality. It's just the way it's made is just better. It's made in the United States. It's even better than the CPE. My CPE, I had two of them. My radiator, my aluminum radiator that's upgraded, the tabs were bending because it's so heavy. The CV Fab one is 10 pounds lighter than CPE. So that's a big difference when you're talking those little thin tabs are aluminum. A G isn't BNR, yeah, exactly. Apparently my turbo is blown to them, so I'm probably going for a BNR. Yeah, I mean, it's equivalent. It's not what that is, but yeah, recommend. Is there any way like parts or upgrades you should get with it? I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't even get a BNR turbo personally. They're not like the greatest reliability wise. They're cheap, and there's a reason why they are. I didn't like, if you look at my setup video on the BNR turbos, that video I did, I didn't enjoy setting that turbo up at all. To me, there's just too many moving parts for the lines, the inlet lines, and there's too many spots that can actually leak. I don't like how it doesn't have the AN fittings for like normal barb fitting, or the normal like, you know, the lines for coolant and oil and all that shit. I like the G series turbos or the GTX turbos, or even this turbo here. At least you can run normal AN fittings. Like for the oil, it's going to be a -4 AN fitting. With the coolant, it's -6, which is 3/8 hose. So I got caught up on your. Do you know any good budget options? My current situation is just I'm running out of funding. Yeah, I imagine because fucking paid for that engine after getting surprise new clutch. Now the turbo too. Just trying to get the best I can. Yeah, I mean, what kind of horsepower are you trying to make? The B&R turbo is internal. Yeah, no, Roman, the B&R turbos do have an internal wastegate. Yeah. If you're trying to make the best efficient power, like the most efficiently, external wastegate is definitely way better. And what's nice is if like on an internal wastegate, you have to literally like either replace the turbo or have it rebuilt or some shit. If you have a bad wastegate on an external one go bad, you just replace the wastegate itself, not the turbo, because it's a separate unit. So, well, you're definitely not going to reach that kind of horsepower with a G30 660 Garrett or a B&R 71. I can tell you that right now. You're not even going to reach 600. A B&R 71 isn't even going to make 550 at the wheels. So I'm just going to tell you that right now. If you're getting that bigger, I think there's a B&R 76 now. Personally, I think that's kind of like a fucking hybrid turbo of a 71 with a bigger wheel in it. I don't think the exhaust side, the turbine wheel, is bigger. I think it's just a compressor wheel. And if that's the case, I just don't like the idea of that. If you're trying to make, like, are you running a 2-3 stroker? Are you doing a 2-3 stroker? Is that what you have done? I'm assuming that's what you got. I mean, you're going to need, I mean, even a G30 770 Garrett, I mean, it could reach 650, but I'd be like, you would have to run like the 101 AR housing. Well, yeah, obviously cams. But I mean, still, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the cams help, but it doesn't matter. It's the turbo. You know what I'm saying? You're limited at the turbo. I was running a G35 900 on my 2.3. I only got to 27 PSI. But I was out around like 560 at the wheels. Maybe even 580. I don't really know. But I know for a fact I was around 560 because the airflow per minute, the pounds of air per minute on the data log read 56. So, and that's a guesstimate. So if you add that into the equation and then the cams, it could have been a little bit higher. It definitely wouldn't be lower because that wouldn't make no sense because the airflow. So yeah, I mean, and that was with the RS cylinder head. So I don't know. Are you running a 2.3 with RS cylinder head and stage 3 cams? I'm assuming. I hope you didn't get the turbo already. If you got the B&R turbo and you're running a 71, I mean, you're gonna make 500. You can definitely make 500 at the wheels, maybe 520. But anything really past that, I mean, you're just going to run too much boost through it, and it's going to be fucking heating up too much. Oh, you're just running the ST cylinder head? So you're just running the single ST cylinder head, single port? Damn. I haven't ordered the turbo yet. Man, I tell you what, I would get a G30 770 Garrett, and the cheapest place you can get a legit Garrett. If you want to get a legit, I mean, you're gonna pay more money for it, but the fucking thing is, it's gonna last longer, and you're gonna save money in the long run. If you want to cheap out, then get you could get the. I don't know. Does he still sell these turbo kits? Does Dakota still sell turbo kits? You could get the fucking Boost Ninjas turbo kit, G30 770, and pay like, what, $1,400 total? But like I said, that's the cheap route. But there's been people that have had 20,000 plus miles on those turbos. So take it with a grain of salt. There has been people with high miles on those turbos and beating the shit out of them, from what I know. As long as you change the oil and run good oil, you know, like AMSOIL, for example, that's what I highly recommend. By the way, if anybody wants to sign up, I am a AMSOIL independent dealer. If you want to get a discount, 25% off, and become a preferred customer through AMSOIL, just contact me at my email and I can sign you up directly and I can be your independent dealer. And literally all you have to do is, once you pay for it through me, basically you get an email, you set up your account, and you can order the oil. I recommend 5W50 with a big turbo, 1040 built engine, 10W40 Dominator series. I've always ran AMSOIL the whole time with this car for 13 plus years, and that's why I recommend it. I've had it. I know what it can do. I've seen the results of it. It's been proven, you know, and obviously their tests prove it. I mean, I'm running, like, yeah, it's just, so if you guys want to run the best oil, AMSOIL is definitely the way to go. And if you want to save money and not pay full price, I can sign you up. We can do it. And a 1 year membership, becoming a preferred customer for 1 year, is only like $20. So you have to pay $20 and then you get 25% off. So you're literally, your first order of 7 quarts of oil is going to pay for itself in savings in that first order. Just so you know. And there's other shit you can get through AMSOIL too. Oil filters. I think the oil filter, the oversized oil filter that I run, the part number is EAO34, which is equivalent to the FE 3600 frame endurance filter or the Mobil 1 209A oil filter. It's a little bit bigger than the FL 400S Motorcraft, which, by the way, don't run Motorcraft. The fucking shit's junk. Doesn't filter worth a shit. It's horrible at oil efficiency rating. The Micron oil filtering rating is horrible. I know people probably like them a lot, but I'm telling you right now, they fucking suck for rating. Like, the efficiency of how they literally filter is bad. What was it? I wouldn't mind signing up for it. It's AMSOIL. AMSOIL. So right here, like, for my transmission, I run AMSOIL. So this stuff right here. So, like, for all the stock engine guys with big turbos, I'm telling you, this shit right here, the turbo loves it. This will protect your fucking turbo and make it last even longer. The 5W50. It's not too thick at all. When I tore apart my engine, I had 30,000 miles on big turbo from 2015 to 2020. I tore it apart because I lost compression in cylinder 1 from over boosting from a setup that I did, a setup change. So that was my fault. But when I tore it apart, the bearings were so fucking clean. They looked like new. There's no scuffs, no signs of wear at all. It had 47,000 miles on it. And I beat the shit out of it. You know, a lot of pulls with the 7160 EFR. But literally, I mean, it says right here, I mean, 50% more cleaning power. So this shit will not only like protect your engine better, but it'll also clean any of the carbon deposits built up in the engine or in the turbo. It keeps the turbo bearings clean, protects them way better, obviously with a 50 weight viscosity. You have better heat protection, better fluid film protection, and then obviously shear protection as well. So your shear protection is your metal to metal barrier. So you get this oil barrier in between. This creates more pressure it withstands more pressure basically. And with a built engine, running like 10W40 Dominator, it can handle like almost 100,000 pounds of pressure, of your shear pressure. So it's pretty insane. It's honestly ridiculous. But this stuff right here, I recommend it for stock engines, built. You can run it in built motors. It's fine. Generally, I recommend 10W40 on a built engine because the 10W weight is just, it protects a little bit better on the cold start with the piston slap, a little bit thicker. But this can still be good. This can run good in a built engine. The AMSOIL manual transmission 7590. Ever since running this stuff from 2018 on, I have not had a transmission problem once at all. So I used to run Motul and the OEM transmission fluid, and that shit, like, I always had problems. So it's just the way it is. Like it literally, ever since running this shit, I've never had problems. And then if you want to run better coolant, you can just go to Walmart and get the Peak heavy duty final charge coolant. It's got the 18-wheeler on it. That's fine. Don't worry about that. It just means it's heavy duty. And what that means is they put an additive in there to make it where there's no cavitation or less cavitation because of the diesel engines. Well, that actually will help our cars because our engines will vibrate more because of the balance shaft delete. You got the upgraded motor mounts, so everything shakes. Well, when you have vibrations, that increases the chances of having cavitation on the cylinder liners. This prevents cavitation, and that's why it's made for heavy-duty trucks. Now, you can run this in any light-duty vehicle, but you can't run light-duty coolant in a heavy-duty vehicle. But you can run this in even your Toyota Camry. You can run this shit. You just have to do a full flush. But believe it or not, this is actually the same kind of coolant in our cars anyways. It's actually an organic acid technology coolant anyways. But this stuff here is actually phosphated, so it's actually even better because it provides a little bit of a coating barrier to actually protect. So that's really nice. But the reason why I recommend that is because the Dexcool orange coolant, it has 2-EHA in it, and along with 90% of other coolants. And that shit literally eats at silicone, rubber gaskets, plastic. It literally becomes acidic, even if there's like any air introduced or anything. That's why Ford actually did away with it in 2018. What was the oil you said I should run for mine? I'd run Dominator 1040, and the thing is, I mean, I don't know what you're planning to do with that built engine. If you're running like a street setup, or is it your daily? If it's a daily, I would run 550. If it's like a street weekend car, and you don't plan on putting a shit ton of miles, and it's like just driven in the summer, I would run 10W40 Dominator racing oil. It's going to have more zinc and phosphorus additives to help protect against shear. And just going to help better for the built engine. It's going to actually have less friction as well, so it's going to actually maximize horsepower as well. So it's going to be a lot more slippery. That's what I ran in my built engine. Do you think it should be safe to use 1040 for my break-in? I would not run any synthetic oil in a break-in. I usually recommend Rotella T1 SAE 30 from Walmart. It's really cheap. You get the 5-quart jug. Get like, I don't know. I mean, for a break-in, you're gonna need to do a few oil changes. You're probably gonna want to grab at least, 2, 4, 6, at least 8 5-quart containers, because you got to do your first oil change within like 20 to 50 miles. You start it up, warm it up, do your 20 to 50 mile drive. You got to change the oil right there, and then change the filter. and then do like another drive to like 250 miles, 200 miles, and then change it, and then do another drive to 500 miles, and then at the 500 mile mark, change it, and then change it again at like 700, 750, and then you can switch to full synthetic at that point. Yeah, that antifreeze is at Walmart. It's heavy duty peak. It doesn't have 2-EHA in it, so it's really good shit. It's likely going to be my daily, so I'll probably just do the 5W40 then. Yeah, I mean, just email me. It's pinned at the top, and if you're interested in like an upgraded Purge line too, I can hook you up with that. That ain't no problem. But yeah, I mean, anyone else that's interested in an upgraded Purge line, my email is pinned at the top. It's whiteblurrst@gmail.com. So it's 2 R's, whiteblurrst@gmail.com. They said that the initial 20 to 50 miles shouldn't require an oil change. I mean, everybody does their break-in differently. This is why I do it. I did it when I first started the car up. You got to realize when you start that car up initially, you have all the shit and metal, fine metals and particles and all the shit that didn't get washed away during you or getting it installed and putting all the parts together. All that contamination is going through the filter, and some of it might get by and just linger in the fucking oil. The longer it lingers in that oil, the more damage it's going to do to your main bearings and your rod bearings. It could cause you issues in scoring your cylinder walls, possibly. It could fuck up the whole process. And yeah, you could probably be fine doing 30 to 50 miles. But the thing is the sooner you can get that initial break-in oil out, like the first to start initial oil, the better you are off breaking it in from there on. So I like to do it. Sometimes, I mean, I was a sicko when I did my 2.0 built engine. I literally started it up and I literally warmed it up, and then I checked for leaks, and then I changed the oil right there. I didn't even drive it. And then I put the new oil in, and I drove it for like 50 miles, and then I changed it again. Like, you don't have to do it like that. I would definitely, it's better to do it that way. But if you can't really afford, that's why I say go to Walmart and get the Rotella. I have some somewhere. Right here. Get this stuff right here. This is perfectly fine. SAE 30 is generally what you want to run for break-in oil anyways. It's got high zinc in it. Rotella T1 SAE 30. You get it at Walmart, it's like $15 for 5 quarts. So it's fucking cheap. And yeah, so just do that and get the Fram Endurance FE 3600. You want the best filtering efficiency for a break-in, especially. Like, so either the AMSOIL filter or the Fram Endurance. It's gonna be cheaper to get the Fram Endurance one for now because you're gonna run through a lot of them. But it's gonna be better to run the most efficient filtering oil filter, because you want to get all that fine material out of the oil as much as possible so it doesn't go through your bearings and fuck your bearings up. You know what I'm saying? So and trust me, I don't like Fram. Usually Fram is trash. The only filter that they actually make that is really good, and they actually don't make it, it's actually made by the same company that makes the AMSOIL filters, the Fram Endurance filter. So it's literally this one right here. So where is it? Right here. The Fram Endurance 3600. So that is, okay, so I'll give you an example on filter stuff. The Motorcraft filters, their efficiency is fucking like 90% at 30 microns, okay? Their 20 micron rating is 85% or 82%, some bullshit like that. This filter, okay, actually, wait, let's not get to this filter right off. The Mobile One filter and like the Wix filters, those are rated at 99% at 30 plus microns, okay? So the microns is, the smaller the micron number, the better it can filter, but obviously there's a little bit more restriction, but it depends on the material and media that you're using. Okay, so now to this filter here, the frame endurance filter and the AMSOIL are the only two filters that do 99% at 20 microns or greater. 20 microns, 99% efficiency at 20 microns. That means this filter is going to filter out the smallest particles possible when you break in your engine, that's what you want. And by running a bigger oil filter, you're allowing for better capacity, more oil capacity, which is better because the oil stays cleaner longer, running more oil capacity, right? And not only that, this oil filter will flow better. So actually, because if you ran like this filter but with a stock size, it's gonna filter really good and have really good efficiency, but it's gonna have probably a little bit more restriction on the oil pump because of how it filters so well. But it is 100% synthetic media, and it's also, what I like about it, it's wire backed, so it doesn't crush like the other Wix or the other frame filters that are below this. They're cheap. The media crushes and all that shit. It's not good. Even the Fram Ultra, that's no good. I ran it in my 4Runner, the Fram Ultra. I took it out, and literally it's a cartridge oil filter. The filter media was literally all like crushed together. We did a Route 66 trip, ran the Fram endurance filter, ran 5,100 miles on it. I took the filter out, and it literally looked like it could do it again. Like it could go 10,000 miles, no problem. Like it literally was, I mean, yeah, look, it was like a brownish color, but the media was all still intact. It looked like it was brand new, and it held together so perfectly. And honestly, it's rated for what, 25,000 miles. So that's another thing with this filter here. Whether you guys like it or not, you could literally do an oil change and skip the filter replacement and do it every other time. But when you're breaking the engine in, I definitely wouldn't recommend that. Like if you're breaking it in, I wouldn't do that. I would do, like on a normal oil change, I would do it every other time. Like this filter here, or the AMSOIL filter. So I think the only difference, I think the AMSOIL filter, the only thing is it's going to be different is the casing on the AMSOIL filter might be a little bit better. Obviously, and it looks different, but I think the metal casing might be a little bit stronger on the AMSOIL. But other than that, like internally, everything is the same. So, and I can show you, like here's what the media looks like. This is for the 4Runner. So here you got the wire backing inside. This is all synthetic media. Look how nice that is. And then you got this metal support bar that's right here. That just helps support even more. Plastic end caps, which is fine. But if you look at this compared to the Mobile One filter, it's like this is night and day, 100 times better. I'll show you the fucking, let's see here. Here is the Mobile One filter version of that. Look at this. That's Mobile One. And this material, so similar to what Motorcraft runs, actually the Mobile One filter is better, but the Motorcraft runs like a cellulose paper material, very cheap. The Mobile One filters and the Wix filters run they run synthetic material, but it's also mixed with cellulose. It's actually like a glass fiber. material, so it's kind of a blend in a way. That's why it doesn't have as much dirt holding capacity either. See how the plates are thinner? So, and you also have this cheaper design overall. I mean, it's fucking that's Mobile One. So, I mean, that's, see what I'm saying though? So, that's what you get. And so that's why I recommend AMSOIL or the Fram Endurance oil filters. Like, for the money, the Fram Endurance oil filter is better because you go right to Walmart. You don't have to pay shipping. You literally pay $12. You're out the door, and there you go. You know what I'm saying? The AMSOIL filter, even with the discount, like, it's gonna be like $15. I mean, it's very similar. It's a very similar filter. The only thing is, I think the AMSOIL filter might have like a more grippy material, so you can handle it better, and it comes off better maybe. And then like the casing might be a little bit better, but other than that, it's really the same filtration capability. So yeah, but I mean, if you can get it at Walmart, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, but like I said, like, I mean, other than that, like the AMSOIL oil and like the AMSOIL transmission fluid, even the like the upper cylinder lubricant, the undercoating that they have, the metal, heavy duty metal protector, that's some good shit. We use that on our 4Runner to protect it from the salt, from the winters. That shit works and it sticks really nice, better than fluid film. I mean, AMSOIL has a lot of good shit. I mean, even they've been starting to do the auto detailing, car care bullshit now. It's been getting into that, so that's pretty neat. Other than that, I mean, they have a lot of other good stuff you can check out for diesels and other things like that. You know, two-stroke oils, and they have a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just like normal oil. They have European oil, they have ATV oil, snowmobile oil, you know, heavy duty trucks, 18-wheelers, you know, stuff like that. A lot of shit. But yeah, I would say, man, I would do the G30 770 probably. You can get it from Elliott Specialized Performance, cheaper. But if you want to, like, I mean, if you want to get the fucking Pulsar version, you could and save some money because you obviously spent a lot already. You could do that, no problem. But the turbo might not last as long. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna. It just depends. Like, if you run good oil, don't beat the shit out of it. I feel like the turbo could live a long time. Oil means a lot. Like, the oil really means a lot because that keeps the turbo cool and lubricated the best possible way. And a lot of times people overlook that. And obviously, running a good, you know, crankcase pressure PCV system setup along with that. You know, running the UPR breather on the valve cover, running the radium PCV plate, running a catch can along in line with that, with a nice check valve. You can run either a separate check valve from Damon, or you can run the check valve that comes with the PCV plate itself. But I would recommend running the UPR valve cover breather. That's like $70, some shit like that. You can run that. I definitely recommend that. And, you know, even running a secondary catch can. Oh, shit. What the hell? Man. But yeah. Damn. My eyes are all watery. Whew. Wow. Okay. Was it fucking almost 40 degrees in here? It's getting cold. But yeah, I mean, if any of you guys got any more questions, let me know and probably hop off here. But yeah, I mean, if any of you guys are interested in an upgraded Purge line, let me know. WhiteBlurrst@gmail.com. We use PayPal, PayPal or Cash App. I provide tracking, and obviously I'll need your address info. I think Pulsar might be a good option, low key, yeah, because I know I do eventually want to get the better turbo. What I have to get now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it would be a good turbo, and then like if you get the G30 770, you get the bigger AR, obviously. That turbo should be able to make the power that you want. It's going to be in the higher boost range, though. I mean, you're going to be running, if you want to make like 600 at the wheels with the G30 770, you're still looking at like, I don't know, 33, 34 pounds of boost. Like, that's a lot of boost. You know what I'm saying? You could get the G35 900 and it'll allow you to run less boost. It'll have more lag, but it'll allow you to run more boost. But the problem is you're running an ST cylinder head. If you're running an ST cylinder head, I wouldn't go with G35 900. I would go with the G30 770 as the biggest turbo I'd run on that cylinder head. And you can make power with it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you have copper O-rings, then it definitely should be the RS cylinder head. If they did that, then and you put that amount of money in it, it definitely has to be the twin scroll cylinder head. It has to be. There's no way that they'd run that in a ST cylinder head because, for one, they're known to fail a lot sooner, low horsepower, and two, they just can't handle like a lot of power anyways, really. I mean, anything over 600 at the wheels, you're struggling to make power. It can be done on the ST cylinder head, but I bet you have the fucking, if you're running, okay, you're running the badass setup or whatever you said, that's definitely the RS cylinder head on that. I can definitely check myself too. I'm pretty sure that's the RS cylinder head. And if that's the case, the problem is, okay, so this is the problem. If you have the RS cylinder head, you got to get a manifold by Clayton Performance made. You could get it done, no problem. It's $800 just for the manifold. Unfortunately. But it's the external, it comes with the dump too, but it's the external, manifold for the turbo. I had no clue that was the case. It just said I had an OEM head, not mentioning it was RS. I mean, yeah, it's OEM to whatever setup you're running. You know what I'm saying? It's most likely, yeah. I'll look it up right here. I'll show you. I mean, I'm pretty sure if it's the badass engine or whatever they call it, bullshit. Let me see. EMS, that's right here, right? EMS. Built engine. Long block. You got the long block, right? Badass. Wait, did you get the 2.0 build for the ST, right? Or RS? Wait, you said RS, right? Not mentioning it was RS. Okay, like I got you got the 2.3. Okay, you got the 2.3. Okay, so you got the 2.3. So did you select it on the checkout? So you got this one right here. So you got the fucking 2.3 badass build long block. Is that what you did? How much did you pay for that? Is it 10 grand? Is that how much you paid? I mean, it was pretty expensive, right? Is that, I mean, around 10? Okay, yeah. So Okay, EMS engines are 2-3 stroker builds. By purchasing, you acknowledge that these engines are intentionally stroked from the original 2.0 configuration to 2.3. Okay, so standard compression pistons, probably. Are you running standard compression molly pistons? Are you running sleeved or unsleeved? Wow. Sleeved. That'd be insane. $2,200. Oh yeah, I upgraded cams. No. Are you running the Ross dampener or stock dampener for the crank, like the harmonic balancer? Are you running stock? O-ring copper rings installed. Yeah, that's $325. Add new slave cylinder. No. Okay, yeah. I mean, for that amount of money, they don't even include the valve cover, billet valve cover. That's kind of crazy, honestly. Um, yeah, it's definitely the 2-3 cylinder head. Wow, that's one hell of a setup. Definitely a nice setup. I mean, hey, how we doing? Clips Spider, is that how you say it? 999. Standard pistons, no sleeves, OEM cam fallers, no Ross dampener, port work. Oh, you even got port work done? Wow. Rings. Oh shit. Yeah, I looked around like a month before pulling a trigger on it. This one, yeah, that's crazy. That's some good money right there, buddy. Yeah, so you're gonna need to get the Clayton Performance RS manifold. I'm telling you right now, if you're running this setup, get the fucking G35 900 Pulsar version. G35 900. I wouldn't even get a 770. If you're running 2.3 RS head, get the G35 900. It's literally the same dimensions as a 770. It's just a bigger turbo overall, and it's going to have less back pressure because you got a bigger turbine wheel, and it's just going to flow really nicely with the RS head. I ran it already. Go look at my 2.3 playlist series. It pulls like a freight train. It's honestly insane. And I was running 27 pounds boost. I feel like to make 650 with that setup, it would be probably around 32 pounds of boost, maybe even less. Oh, okay. I love to change it. I'll add it to about the. Yeah, dude. Go. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Get the G35 900. No questions asked. If you're running the RS head G23 stroker, G35 900 definitely the way to go. Run the 82 AR, 83 AR exhaust housing. You'll be good. That's definitely the way you want to go for sure. So it's a monster, man. It's a fucking monster. You'll shit your pants. I'm telling you. Here, I can actually link a video. Here, let me link a video in here, and I'll show you how it pulls if you haven't seen it already. Here. And I'm telling you right now, like you're saying you want 600, 650, but I'm telling you, if you haven't felt this car above 500, you're going to shit your fucking pants. I don't care. Like, I don't know how much power you've had before, but even like going from 400 to 550 is not even the same car. It's not even close. Not even close. It's ridiculous. It's honestly scary. it's pretty fucking scary how it pulls. I'll show you what mine looked like at 27 pounds of boost. And it'd be way more reliable if you kept it at 550 and 600. But I mean, you could definitely make more with the G35. So here, I'll show you. Like it was insane. Here's the link for my G35. G35 900 2.3 stroker. This was with the stage 3 cams, RS cylinder head. The only thing is I didn't have the O-rings. I didn't have the cylinder head wasn't ported. It was stock ported. You really didn't need to port it, honestly. But hey, whatever, it's fine. Stock valves, upgraded Piper springs, and stage 3 cams. But here, but other than that, it was like literally as a stock head gasket, ARP 625s. Here it is right here. Here it is. I mean, on paper, it lags like quite a bit. But I mean, if you get it to in 3rd or 4th gear and you're at 4,000 RPM, which generally you're going to be at anyways, it's not going to have a problem spooling. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get it around, it hits so hard. That's the thing. And the only reason I lost to that Evo that made 600 at the wheels is because I didn't know how to brake boost. I should have brake boosted. If I did, I would have beat him. Like, no questions asked. I didn't know how to brake boost at that point because I didn't realize I had to. The turbo does lag, not a lot. It is laggy if you compare it to like a G30 660 or something like that, or even a 770, but it's not like a lot. Like, you can't really feel it. Like, when you're driving the car and you pull, like do a pull, it's really not that bad. But like when you go to look at the data log, okay, to be fair too though, my car wasn't fully dialed in. When we stopped at my 27 pounds of boost, he didn't like finalize the tune. It was running on E85, but we were trying to go even higher and we never did because I was spinning in fucking 4th gear, going down the interstate, doing a pull at 70 miles an hour. I was literally spinning because the turbo hits so hard, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you don't want a turbo that's going to spool instantly because it's actually harder on the internals. It'll stretch your fucking bolts out on your rods. Like, all that torque will stretch everything out. This is honestly the perfect turbo for the 2.3 stroker. I think the G35 900, bar none, the best turbo for the 2.3. Even a 2.4 would be perfect. The turbo I'm going with now is similar on the exhaust side, but it has a smaller compressor wheel, so it'll spool a little bit quicker, I think. But it's gonna, so okay, here's a good analogy. The G35 900 in comparison is like if you compare it to this Precision 6262. That's literally, but it spools better because it's a G35, like the Garrett version spools better. For keeping it here, talking about it, I haven't heard of 2.4 Focus. It's Speed Performance does it. It's just a kit. It's literally like the 2.5 kit, but it's just 88 millimeter pistons instead of 89. The 2.3 I think is going to be more reliable than the 2.4. The 2.4 uses a different crankshaft. It doesn't use the RS 2.3 crankshaft. It uses a crankshaft from the Duratec 2.5, which is a very good crankshaft. It's actually the same setup they ran to make 1,000 at the wheels on that RS dyno video with Speed Performance. It's the same thing. What I like about the 2.4 is, okay, for example, the 2.3 is actually a 2.26 liter. The 2.4 is a 2.433, and the 2.5 is actually a 2.4. I think it's a 2.46 or something, or 2.48, something like that, and 2.483 or some shit like that. So in my eyes, the 2.4 is the better for the money because you're gaining more out of it. If you think about it, if you go from the 2.3 to 2.4, you're gaining what, 1 point, or was it? So it's 1.3 plus another 4. Yeah, I mean 1.7 liters. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, or whatever it is. I mean, it's still, you're gaining quite a bit. I mean, either way, I mean, it's gonna provide more torque. It's gonna be different. It's something I've always wanted to do. I did the 2.3. I really liked it. You're gonna love it. Trust me. I sent you the link. I don't know if you checked it out. It's a 60 to 130 pull of the link of that G35 900. Yours might spool even better because you have a ported cylinder head. So there's that, because you have better flow. Yeah, that's that. Just remember, that's only 27 pounds of boost, and it wasn't even fully dialed in. So we just stopped because I was literally fucking losing traction. Third gear didn't hook up at all. The only way third gear could hook up is if I was running my low boost tune at 20 pounds of boost. I think a good happy medium for third gear would have been like 24 pounds of boost. It would have hooked up. But then past 25, I think it would start spinning. So I'll show you another one here. Here's an outside view. Like even my base map was pretty ridiculous. But I'll show you my base map. It's literally, okay, so it's coming out the dump, like right out of the downpipe, dumping right out. So it's similar to what a hood dump would sound like. I'll show you what that sounds like. It sounded honestly like a K24 Honda with a hood dump. And I'm not a Honda fan, but it honestly sounded pretty insane. It didn't sound like any ST ever that I ever heard of. Let me see. There it is right here. Okay. Here's an open dump. So this is what it sounds like opening, like just right out the dump, right there. This is only at like 8 pounds of boost, 5,500 RPM. And it's just a little flyby. And so it shows in car and then out like exterior. You're gonna see both views. Did a callus downpipe with a badass build. Hopping that it doesn't drone like a bitch. Yeah. I mean, okay, so the callus downpipe that you got, whatever downpipe you got, might not work because it depends on what downpipe. Like if you got the downpipe that's for like the stock location turbo, like it's the normal ST downpipe, that's not gonna work. You're gonna need the fucking G series downpipe. That's better for flow. Just so you know. So, unfortunately, that's gonna fucking delay you quite a bit right there, because they're delayed. Unfortunately, I mean, you could modify it. You could have it modified. All you have to do is cut off the end and have a V band that matches up to the G35 900 outlet, and then have a 90-degree long radius welded on to your downpipe that you have currently. It's not a big fucking deal. Like you literally, that's all you need to do is a 90-degree long radius elbow and weld it on. I mean, it's actually not that hard. So that's probably the best way of going around it. So Yeah, that's the proper downpipe, but you're gonna wait like fucking 6 months of getting it. Um, that's the one I ran on my setup. That's what I ran. I got like the first batch of them, but it's just they're so slow at making these things. Um, you know, I don't even know why they make them if they can't put them out fast enough. They're too occupied on other things instead of our cars. So, unfortunately. But yeah, there's the short of the. That's my base map. That short right there in there. So, and that's what it sounded like. So it wasn't fast, but it was like literally 6 or 7 pounds of boost. 5,500 RPM is cutting out. And the reason why I was cutting out. Wait. Oh, also wait. I'm hoping to get the traction upgrades from Clayton Performance. Have you had any experience with those traction upgrades? Like what kind of traction upgrades? I would just I don't know what kind of traction upgrades you're thinking about, but all I would do is get the TB Performance front and rear traction bar, get the rear sway bar, rear anti-bind TB Performance end links. I did the front sway bar. So my front and rear sway bar is JBR sway bars. I don't know if he makes them anymore, but either way, that's what I got. But the rear sway bar is definitely the way to go. But that ain't really gonna help you in traction too much, only in the rear end. The front end, the Gazette bar is better, but it's more in the way. The front bar and the rear bar is really good. The single brace one. The front crash bar from TB Performance is nice. That has nothing to do with traction, but it's still nice for airflow. M Factory differential is definitely going to help you in traction. It's going to help a lot. Tires, good tires are going to help. Motor mount upgrades. Upgrading your motor mounts. I've tried them all. I've tried all the motor mounts. I'd say the best ones probably, I wouldn't say they're the best, but the best polyurethane ones are probably the AWR side motor mounts. And then the best rear motor mount is the CPE Stage 2. And then, let me see here. Other traction. I mean, there ain't really much more you can really do for traction. I mean, bigger tires. I mean, you got your bigger tires, grippy tires. You're going to want some good grippy tires. Nothing over a 300 for a traction rating. You want it under 300 if you can try. I run lightweight wheels, so it doesn't help my situation. I run Oz Ultra Ligeras, so they're 17-inch. 235, 45, 17. So but yeah, I mean, I don't know, like freaking for traction, that's what I'd say. Like the M Factory differential. Obviously get the carbon synchros. Yeah, I mean, rims doesn't really matter too much. You don't have to get lightweight wheels. I just did it because of rotational mass. I've had my wheels since 2013. So, I mean, do you have any clue on how aggressive the FX 400 would be? I don't think it's going to handle that much power. I can promise you that. You're going to need like a fucking twin disc for anything over 600, man. Like, I mean, if you keep the torque if you keep the torque around 550, then you could probably get away with that clutch because it goes by torque, not so much horsepower. So I was running a spec Stage 3 Plus with a lightweight billet flywheel. I hated the billet flywheel because it was so light. It wasn't really chattery. The clutch was not that loud, really. The problem I had was the noise from the transmission I was getting from when I'd decelerate, letting off the gas, like going down a hill, putting it in neutral or some shit. You can hear like gear rattle. It's because of the lightweight flywheel. And then, so I went with a better clutch, I think, this time around overall. It's got a steel mass flywheel, single mass, obviously. It's an ACT Extreme Disc clutch. It's good for 580 torque at the crank. So, but that's like a very conservative number, honestly. So take that with a grain of salt. But it's the highest rated ACT single face, full face disc clutch for our cars. That isn't a 6-putt clutch. It's sprung. Okay, so any single mass steel flywheel is going to be lightweight compared to the OEM one anyways. It might be steel. I think you might have the steel one. 8-puck FX400, just hoping it's grab before I can get, yeah, I mean, okay, when you get a 6-puck or 8-puck clutch, the thing is with those clutches is they do grab pretty hard. They're not very street friendly from what I know. I've never experienced it, but from my research, they, for one, they don't usually tend to last a long time. I mean, they can if you take care of it and do it right, but they make more noise. I know that. And they do grab more. So if you have an 8-puck, you should be fine, honestly. I think you'll be fine, especially on how the turbo spools up. I feel like it's not going to, because if you had it spool up too fast, your clutch could probably slip at that power level. So being that the way it spools, okay, so I'll give you an example. My turbo on my setup, it was starting to spool around 2,500 RPM. It'd start spooling, and it'd be at full boost around 4,800 RPM at 27 pounds of boost. That sounds like it's really late, but I'm telling you right now, like when you're driving the car and you do a pull, you downshift, and you're at like 4,000 RPM anyway, 3,800, it kicks in really fast. And it fucking flies. So it's really not a big deal. Like I said, on paper, it looks like it lags a lot, but it really doesn't. It pulls like a fucking monster. It's insane. Like, I didn't even like break a breath out of that turbo. Like 27 pounds of boost for that turbo for the G35-900. It's like on cruise control. It wasn't even working hard at all. I feel like 32 pounds of boost would be the sweet spot for that turbo. It'd be like, okay, it's starting to wake up. That's the sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? But I needed better tires. And obviously, I probably would have needed more fuel. I would have needed bigger injectors for sure. They both suck to actually drive street and get worn down super fast. I don't know about super fast. It's like, for example, my buddy has a VR6. He had a 6-puck spec stage 3 clutch for the longest time, even though he didn't drive it hardly. He did a lot of burnouts with it. If you don't do a lot of fucking burnouts and don't do a lot of dig racing or digs, your clutch will last a long fucking time. Just do normal street pulls, like 4th gear, 3rd gear pulls. I recommend just doing 4th gear personally. If you do just normal pulls, your clutch will last a lot longer. Don't do burnouts or stupid shit like that, and it won't wear out. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a couple transmissions in the early days, and that was because I was doing 2nd gear rolling burnouts, doing stupid shit at the drag strip, And this, I went through a couple second gears and shit like that, and I just don't recommend it. So and I don't even I've done it so much and I have so much experience with it. It's like I don't even downshift to second gear or first gear. I just don't like doing it. I don't like the feel of it. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it. I can, like in the city, if you're going slow enough, sure. But if you're coming from like a 50 or 40 roll and you're rolling down to a stop, I usually go from third gear to neutral and I'll just slap it in neutral and then I'll use the brakes to slow down. I don't use second gear or first gear because I don't want to wear those gears out. I just don't want to do it because I've been so like this from the past with the second gear. I just don't want to mess with it. So, but yeah, downshifting, not shifting. But yeah, I mean, you should be able to get it all together. I have a set of 90-pound injectors, 90 or 95-pound Bosch injectors. They're for a, I don't know if you got your fuel kit yet, your 4-port fuel rail, but they're for a radium fuel kit. So they're for the radium 4-port fuel rail setup. So if you bought that separately, I sourced mine separately. So I got an extra set of injectors. They're brand new. So, and they're from Stratified. But yeah, I'd let them go for $300, like shipped. They're worth $380 brand new. So I'm losing $80. They're 300. Like I could show you or prove it to you. Show you how much they are on their site. But they're literally like I'd let them go for $300. So yeah, I mean they're 90-pound injectors. I'm running. I just got an extra set. I'm running 90-pound injectors as well for this new setup in the radium 4-port fuel setup. I'm gonna custom make my own lines, and yeah, so I'm doing it all myself. I'm running the Stratified controller, so the fuel plug and play harness, 4-port controller that he has over there. So yeah. And then, like I said, if you need if anybody needs a fucking Purge line, they're $260 shipped. Probably another month or a couple months. But yeah, hell yeah. I mean, you're spending a lot of money, so I definitely don't blame you. And I'm sure, like, even getting the Purge line right now is probably not a thing, and that's perfectly fine. But the Purge line that I make works with built engines, or built engine, like stock engine, big turbo, built engine, all that good stuff. I mean, it's made for all builds. It's even good for the RS. So I was gonna try and get the billet intake with port injection and wiring from EMS for around 4K. Holy fuck! Oh man, I wouldn't get the billet intake unless you're like trying to make past like 38 pounds of boost. Because the OEM intake, I mean, I know it looks better than the OEM one, but I'm telling you right now, the OEM intake manifold, for one, it doesn't heat soak. And two, if you're running under 38 pounds of boost, it's not going to blow up or explode. So you're honestly fine. But I mean, I'm just trying to save you money. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually when you get that 38, the 40-pound mark is where you start to get problems with the OEM one, and it can break somehow. So yeah, I mean, it is very capable, and it doesn't heat soak. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the heat soaking issues. The billet one, I don't know. You get the billet one from EMS. What the hell? They have what brand is that? I wonder what brand is it, theirs or is it like the JMF one or something, or because I think Speed Performance has something like that too. Huh? Is it on their website? Let me look. Oh, shit. Billet intake. Oh, yeah, right there. It's the JMF one. Yeah, there it is. That's literally what the fucking I mean, it's nice. That's definitely nice. It is nice looking. It's expensive though. It is nice. I don't blame you. Um, yeah. What the fuck? Huh. That's crazy. You can even change like the body throttle body flange. OEM map sensor adapter. Yeah. Anodize. I'd make it black, but that's crazy. Black probably. I don't like the silver. That's a lot of money though. Wow. That's a lot of money for really you're not gonna gain much out of it. I'm gonna tell you right now. The thing is the OEM intake manifold is so well designed. Um like it just flows so well that they haven't been able to really make anything that is better in flow. You might be able to get a manifold that has more plenum volume, but in terms of how equal flow you get, you're not going to beat the OEM intake manifold. That's why Mountoon made one literally like the OEM one. It's just fucking stronger. I mean, if you're going to get one, at least get the Mountoon one. I mean, it does probably some people don't like it, but it replicates the OEM one. I don't know. I mean, personally, I wouldn't waste my money, but that's a lot of money just for that. $4,000 for really just the looks of it. I don't know. I definitely think you could spend the money better elsewhere. And you spent a lot of money already. Honestly, I personally wouldn't get it for that. I mean, unless you're like literally trying to make like 800, 900, or 1,000 horsepower, then I would get that because then you kind of have to. But hey, how's it going, Jackson? Might just do a fuel rail then, save 3. Yeah, dude, just save 3,000. I'm telling you right now. Just get the Radium 4-port fuel rail. It's on eBay. Look up Focus ST Radium fuel rail. It's like $380 for the fuel rail, and then you're gonna need to get the. I can help you source all the shit. Um, and so you get that, and then you need to get the plug that goes in the center. So it's like a 10, I think it's a -10 orb plug. It's from Radium. I can give you the part number for it. And then I got the injectors. I have an extra set of 90-pound injectors, and those are good for 650, no problem. I think they're actually good, probably up to like 750, honestly, or 700. So that'd be plenty enough for you. Yeah, easily. So I had a Mountain one from UK 6 weeks ago, still waiting. When am I ending the stream? I don't know yet. Depends on you know, I don't know. It's like 42 degrees in here, but that's all right. We got a lot of people up in here and yeah, so it's going good. Been a good stream.
Love you too, Jackson. Love you too. You should be. Well, isn't your bet? How's Brady doing? I don't know. He's inside. You can call your grandmother and ask how he's doing. You can probably talk to him if you call your grandmother. I'm sure he can talk to you. Oh crap! 4-Pex Predator. So you ordered that, huh? And you're still waiting. That's crazy. I mean, it is for looks mostly. That's the thing, but it is stronger, so which is nice. But yeah, man, Master Meatball, I definitely wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't do it that way. I wouldn't go that route. It's probably something you didn't want to hear. I mean, if anything, just buy a brand new intake manifold. Like just buy a brand new OEM one. Even like you can buy an RS one even. The only thing is you're not gonna have the on the RS. It doesn't have the Composer delete plate where you can put that for the extra boost source or whatever vacuum source. So, but you can run that even the RS one. I don't think it's gonna be any better quality. It could be, who knows? But yeah, I mean, you could even. Yeah, I mean, I honestly think as long as you stay under a certain amount of boost, there's no reason why you can't run the OEM intake manifold. I think the OEM intake manifold looks fine. I mean, for me, I don't like to be too flashy in my engine bay. I would like to have the turbo on the side, like the Sidewinder, and then obviously working on it is really nice having it on the side. But other than that, I don't like everything sticking out and being all flashy and everything. Personally, that's just how I am. But I don't like to look like I just like to have the performance aspect more over the aesthetics. But how do you jump up the dark horse? How do you jump up the dark horse in Forza? I don't know. You mean how you do a wheelie? How do you do a wheelie? You gotta so I think to do a wheelie you have to put softer springs in the rear, and then put stiff springs in the front, and then also raise the rear up maximum, lower the front all the way down, and then yeah, that should be it. And then have a lot of horsepower. And the tires have to be drag tires. That's how you have to do it. But yeah, Master Meatball, honestly, that's what I would do. I mean, just get a brand new OEM intake manifold if you want. Get a brand new one. Be like, $100, I think. And then get the radium fuel rail, and then right off eBay. I mean, it sounds king. I mean, you can get it from anywhere. It don't matter. Off eBay, it's going to be directly from. I think it's from Radium themselves. They just sell on eBay. But you can get it directly from Radium too, and it's probably around the same price. Honestly, you could just do that. Like get it directly from Radium, and then you get the plug because it doesn't include the plug, unfortunately. And then the injectors that I have, I could sell you them, and it's a good deal. You're saving money. The 90-pound injectors, I mean, you could find out. But I know for a fact that 90-pound injectors can support 650, no problem. Yeah, do that, and then you just have to literally just get some fuel lines. It's easy to make fuel lines. So, I mean, you just have to get some. I mean, honestly, when I go to do my fuel lines, I mean, if you do the similar setup, I can make you some fuel lines too, and just sell them to you. So if you know what I'm saying, like for the same exact kit, if you go the same route, it'll literally be the same everything. So, you know, I mean, I can make you some fuel lines too once I get mine done. Mine should be ready to go by April, everything. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how soon yours is going to be done, but with building the fuel rail. Well, okay, so the fuel rail, if you source it separately, I mean, you can get the fuel kit, the radium fuel kit from like ESP for like $1,000, and then he has his own fuel lines. It comes with 65-pound injectors, or you can choose the 90-pound injectors. And then it comes with, I don't know what controller it comes with. You could do that, or you could just source everything separately. You can get the fuel rail. That's the thing. Okay, so this is the only thing is you got to get you still got to get a controller. I like the controller from Stratified, but if you want to get a split second controller or whatever, you can do that. That's up to you. What is the top speed on the ST? 152. 160, I don't know. I never done top speed on my car, personally. In Forza, it's 182. Forza Horizon 5, that is. By the way, I don't know if anybody games in here, but Forza Horizon 6 looks pretty freaking promising. That's coming out May 18th or something. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, 19th. Well, you can get it, okay, but you can pre-order it, get the gold edition. It's like $120 now, and you can get it 4 days early. So I think you can get it May 15th at midnight. Dude, fucking, it looks actually good. I wasn't really excited about the Japan thing, personally, because I don't like cities too much. Like me personally, I'd rather see something like what the Crew 1 map looked like have something like that, like a huge, massive map with multiple cities and like some, you know, desert terrain and all this shit, like how the Crew 1 was. The Crew 2 ruined it because they just added some stupid bullshit and made the roads narrower, and I don't know, they kind of copied Forza at that point, but I don't do videos on Forza, Jackson. I just do videos on Focus ST and RS stuff. I don't do video game stuff on here, buddy. Yeah, I mean there's mountains too. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be pretty cool. Like I think I'm gonna like it better than what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? And they're saying that the city is like 5 times larger than any other city they ever had, which is pretty insane. So because this is not a video game channel, buddy. That's why this is not a video game channel. If I did video game stuff on this channel, it'd probably ruin the channel, because then I'd have subscribers coming in that see this other content that's mixed up with like video game stuff. I would have to like create a separate channel. And I don't really want to do that because I like what I'm doing now personally. And I also want to do like I want to do Hot Diggity Dogs and more and get that going with the restaurant stuff when we move. So with the Stratified fuel rail, probably be the easiest to purchase and have installed. Okay. Yeah, it would be. Yeah. The Stratified kit, it's like $1,550. That would be the best way to go, 100%. That would definitely be the best way to go, because it comes with the fuel rail, the fuel lines. It comes with the injectors. You can opt for the bigger injectors, even bigger. I think you can get even bigger 90-pound injectors. So if you want to go that route, you could. Um, so yeah, I mean, and if you want to actually email him directly at Stratify, just mention that you're a subscriber of WhiteblurrST. He may give you a discount, and for everyone else in here, and if you have him tune your car, I'd recommend having him tune you, personally. When I had, what was it, Ryan at EMS, he's a really good tuner. Don't get me wrong, but he was a little too aggressive, I feel like, with my E85 tune. Alex at Stratified is really fucking good at dialing in your tune, and he's really conservative. He'll listen to what you want. Also, make sure that your idle is set at a minimum of 1100 RPMs. It's just going to allow your clutch to engage better, smoother. It's not going to back down too much. 1000 cc is 90-pound injectors, if you didn't know. So 90-pound injectors are actually equivalent to 1000 cc, just so you know. 1400 cc, I mean, you could get them, but I don't think you need them. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think you need those. Can I buy Forza Horizon 6? I don't know. I mean, it depends, buddy. I mean, I've been spending a lot. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. I'm not even buying it for my own son, buddy. So I'm not buying it for Brady. So I might get it for me, and then I'll like share it on his Xbox, and then he can play it through my account. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of money. So, I mean, I think the base version's like $60, $70. Just so you guys know this. So the Aria Garo person is basically like, it's not really, I wouldn't say he's my grandkid, because technically I'm not married to, so it's my fiance. We're not technically married, but he honestly feels more like a son to me than a grandkid. But he's like, I'm like his second father or third father, whatever that. He's got like two other. He's got a stepfather and his real father, and then he's got me. So I've known him for a long time. But yeah, but 6'7", no 6'7", no 6'7". Okay. Yeah. All right. Stop. Don't spam the chat, Jackson. Stop spamming. We're trying to actually have a conversation here. I don't mind you if you're in here, but don't spam, okay? Any EcoBoost topics? I mean, yeah, other than I'm coming out with my 2.4 stroker build for this spring. I mean, it's whatever you guys want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys have any questions, I don't really go on the internet and like read a bunch of shit, because half of it is nonsense usually. I kind of just do my own thing. I mean, if you have anything you want to talk about, put it in the chat, and we can talk about it, ask the questions, and we can kind of start a thread that way. You know what I mean? Like, that's how that's how it started. Someone had a great day today. I would appreciate a set of carbon fenders. Yeah, carbon fenders would be nice, huh? Yeah, I asked something before, but I missed it. Metal intake tube going to sound different than plastic? Nah, not really. I don't think so. I mean, most of your sound is generated from what filter you run, and like what turbo setup you're running, really. What is the horsepower on the ST? Well, stock, it's 252 horsepower. On my ST, currently there's no horsepower because the engine is torn apart. So it just depends. Also, do you think I would be tacky to put an RS bumper on my ST? I feel like at the point I'm going to be, it's not really up badging. I'm faster than that. RS bump, like you're talking about the valence. Are you talking about the Maxton Designs rear valence, or like an actual dual exhaust rear bumper? I wouldn't do the dual exhaust bumper personally. The Maxton Designs rear splitter for the ST is pretty nice. I don't even know what kind of exhaust setup you run. What is the exhaust setup that you even have on the ST? I have a Pro. My setup is G30. I have boost creeping while I have spraying. I do high RPM, but well. Okay, old balance shaft delete discussion worth it? Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Fuck yeah. Any discussion. What about the balance shaft delete do you want to know? I mean, it's that for me, it's definitely worth it. It has nothing to do with balancing the crankshaft. I've proven that. And it's literally all it's for is just lowering vibrations in the four cylinder. Inline four cylinders have vibrations naturally, and so they put a gear in there that rides on the crankshaft, and it just allows it to run less vibrations. So that way the consumer of that car doesn't complain about shakiness of the car, and it's quiet as possible. It has nothing to do with balancing the crankshaft. Like the Honda Type R doesn't have a balance shaft, for example. And yeah, you might say, oh, well, they balance the crankshaft. Well, the crankshaft from the factory is balanced, and how I know that is because when I tore apart my 2.0, I had a balance shaft already done to it. But when I tore it apart and sent the crankshaft to the shop, the engine shop, they actually went to balance it, and they said it was already balanced from the factory. So even when I removed my balance shaft, the crankshaft was still already balanced. So that just proves right there that the balance shaft actually doesn't do nothing for balancing. Daily drive mine, a hybrid turbo. I'm considering, yeah, all the upgraded mounts. The vibes are familiar to me. Okay, so basically, I can tell you right now, the balance shaft delete is equal to, if you ever done the rear motor mount alone, just the rear motor mount upgrade, it's equal to the added amount of the vibrations to the rear motor mount. So if you've done that, that's literally what you're adding for vibrations by doing the balance shaft delete. Otherwise, there's all pros and literally no cons. The only con is just the little added vibration. All the pros are you add 1 quart of oil, extra quart of oil in the system, which means you have cleaner oil now because you added more capacity. Cleaner oil, it's going to run cooler because it's going to take longer for the oil to even cool down or heat up. And not only that, the oil will last longer because you have more capacity. And then also a balance shaft, eliminating it is 18 pounds of weight gone. And then that gear, by removing that, you eliminated the parasitic drag on the crankshaft. So now you freed up like some horsepower naturally by allowing the crankshaft to actually not being like restricted or, being dragged by that gear. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, that balance shaft, it's a rare case for those to fail, but I have seen one fail, and it's not very pretty when they do fail. And it was a big turbo ST, and it literally just explodes and just destroys everything in the engine. So honestly, having a balance shaft delete done, and you don't need the baffles. Like everyone that says, oh, well, you do the balance shaft delete, you do the baffles. You don't have to do the baffling. If you have a 13 and 14, you already have baffles anyways. It is easier to do the baffle upgrade for those oil pans. If you have a facelift, Ford basically screwed you, and they went the cheaper route, and they didn't do the baffling by the stock, like basically what the 13 and 14 had. the pre-facelift. The facelift didn't have baffles, and by not having any baffles, they didn't have the holes that were tapped ahead of time for the upgraded baffling. So, but technically, you don't need the baffling unless you're doing like autocross or road course racing. If you have a street car, you don't need the baffling. It's just you just don't need it. If you have the 13 or a 14, there has been cases where a 15 even had the pre-facelift baffles, and I think that's because they were like an early build 15, and they just had some leftovers maybe. But if you do, I would do it. I would get the baffling upgrade. You don't have to have it though. Like people always tie the two together. You don't have to have the baffles upgraded, but if you want to do it, you can. It doesn't really matter which balance shaft delete kit you get, whoever you get it from. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. Mountoon. I think Damon might make them. Damon. Speed Performance. EMS. As far as the baffle pan themselves, I mean, it just depends on, what you want. I mean, personally, I like the JBR one, but, it's whatever on that, just because of the design of it. But the Mountoon one's pretty nice. But, I mean, it's up to you. I got to get off. I have a friend over. All right. Have a good night, buddy. But, yeah. Hopefully that answered the question. I mean, Clip Spider, I see you retracted your message. I don't know what you sent. I mean, you didn't have to do that, though. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm always here. And like I said, if anybody's interested in an upgraded purge valve, I highly recommend it. Doesn't matter if you're stock turbo. There's people that have problems with stock turbo with those. Upgrade, the purge valves. So you upgrade them. You don't have to ever worry about the problem ever again. And even if you did have a purge valve fail, for example, all you have to do is just replace the purge valve. But other than that, like, it's such a nice upgrade. 7 quarts oil. Yeah, 100%. 7 quarts. Yep. So with the balance shaft delete, you can run up to 7 quarts. You don't have to run 7 quarts, but that's what you can run. Yes. You don't have to. I always ran 6 quarts of oil in the stock setup. Like, even though it called for 5.7, like that extra 0.3 doesn't matter. I just rounded off to 6. I mean, it makes sense. The 0.3 does not show up on the dipstick. Doesn't matter. It doesn't affect nothing. It's not overfilling because it's literally just 0.3. I mean, it's not even a quarter of a quart, so it didn't really matter. So 7 quarts. So yeah, you can run 7 quarts. And then like if you upgrade to, an oil cooler, I think you can run like 8 quarts probably. Up to 8 quarts, I think. Almost. Oh no, don't run the Ford filter. Oh no. Don't run the Motorcraft filter. It's so bad. That filter is so bad. I just talked about this earlier too. They're so bad. Oh my God. No, get the Fram Endurance 3600. It's way better. It's actually a little bit bigger too. The FE 3600. The Motorcraft filters have a efficiency filter rating of, so at, I think it was it 95% at 30 microns and 80%. No, sorry, it's 90% at 30 microns, 85% 20 microns for the Motorcraft oil filter. Doesn't matter which one it is. The Mobil 1 oil filters have a efficiency rating for the filtering of 99% at 30 microns. The AMSOIL oil filters and the Fram Endurance filters, not Fram Ultra, those are trash. The other Frams are trash. The Fram Endurance filter is literally a copycat of the AMSOIL filter. That's why I know it's good. The Frame Endurance 3600 is at Walmart, and it's actually a little bit taller. I don't know if I have, let me see. Because I have an FL400S. I don't have, do I have a 3600? Yeah, I do. Right here. So here it is. Look at that. You're in luck. Okay. So here is the FE 3600 right there. See that? Way better design. Materials full synthetic. The Motorcraft shit is literally paper material, cellulose glass back paper. It's trash, and it doesn't filter good. Here is a FL400S I've kept because I used them to break in my 2.0 back in 2021, and I had quite a few left over, and I just don't run them anymore because they're that bad, and I didn't want to throw them out because I use them for an example. Here's the FL400S. Here is the 3600. See that right there? So here is the length difference. A little bit taller. A little bit taller. Not much taller, but a little bit taller. Way better filter overall. It's wire backed. It's got extra support. You can actually, this filter is so fucking good. I'm telling you right now. This filter is so fucking good. It's rated for 25,000 miles. But I obviously wouldn't go that far. But this filter is so good that you can literally change it every other oil change. I'm telling you right now. You do not have to change this oil filter every oil change. Unless you're breaking in your engine right off and then change it. But I'm telling you right now, and I know this because I ran it on my 4Runner. We did a Route 66 trip. I took the filter out, and it literally looked like it could go another 5,000 miles. It was insane. We did 5,100 miles, and the filter looked still really good. And I'm like, well, shit. I mean, these filters can definitely do 10,000 miles easy, no problem. Not even a big deal. Would I do 15,000, 20,000 miles? Hell no. I wouldn't go that far. 10,000 miles? Yeah, absolutely. I would. No problem at all. Why? Well, for one, it makes sense. You got a bigger capacity oil filter, so you automatically have more filtering capability. You have better flow. It holds more dirt and traps more dirt, and it's more efficient. And so it'll protect your bearings and, protects everything better because it captures the fine materials. But being that it filters better, you have a higher capacity filter, and you can still run 7 quarts with a balance shaft with this filter too. It's not a big deal. It's 7 quarts, no problem. So just so you know. And this filter is at Walmart only, $12. That's all it is. So, $12 oil filter. Trust me, it's way better. So just change it to. Can you add the model in the chat? Yeah. I mean, if you don't want, I know a lot of people don't like Fram, and I don't like Fram personally. I would never run a Fram, but that oil filter, the Fram Endurance, is the only series that they make that's literally made. It's been proven on YouTube. If you go look it up, they compare them, they cut them open, and they compare it to AMSOIL. They're made by the same company. I think they're made by Donaldson or some oil filter company who makes them. Not Donaldson. I don't know who it is, but it's whoever makes the AMSOIL oil filters makes that that Fram Endurance filter. It's literally the same fucking thing. $12? Yeah. Well, it's $12 for the oil filter. Yeah, that's it. At Walmart. I mean, for the quality that you're getting, it's only like I think the Mobile One filter which is not even close to in quality, is like $11.50. So frame endurance 3600, or if you want the Mobile One version, which is the same height, it's the M1 209A. Or if you want the AMSOIL and you want to sign up with AMSOIL through me, I'm an independent AMSOIL dealer. And if you want to just run AMSOIL and get the frame endurance filter, that's fine too. I can save you money in getting AMSOIL though by signing up. It's $20 a year by becoming a preferred customer, and you literally fucking save 25% every time you purchase on AMSOIL. You can just do it yourself. You just sign up through me, and then that's it. Like literally, you can go on anytime, log in, and on your phone, and you literally can order whenever, and you save 25% every time. You get fucking like you get $5 for your birthday. Every $100 you spend, you get $5 back, so you can use the coupon code at checkout, and you can stack multiple coupon codes, so you can have like $5 fucking coupon codes and literally copy and paste all of them on AMSOIL and literally like save like another $20. But your first oil change that you do, you literally pay back what you just paid for the membership for that first year, like the first purchase. Yeah, hold on. So the frame endurance, that's it right there. FE 3600. If you want a Mobile One, say they don't have the frame endurance one. If you want the Mobile One, it's at Walmart. Mobile One 209A is the cross-reference of that, of the FE 3600. And then the AMSOIL version is the EAO, which is their heavy duty oil filter. It's 25,000 miles. EAO 34 for AMSOIL. So if you sign up on AMSOIL, the AMSOIL one is $15 with the discount. So it is going to be more expensive, but that's the part number for that. So but yeah, I mean, it's honestly, you can't beat it. Like the frame endurance, even like I'm seriously like literally for any, even your daily vehicles, like for our 4Runner, our Yukon, my Camry, I use only frame endurance now. Like I literally, you'll use it and that's it. Like that's all I do. No problem, guys. Hey, I appreciate you guys being up in here and fucking chatting. It's been a great night for the stream. It's been awesome. A lot of new people up in here. You guys have given a lot of likes. There's been 101 views. It's been awesome, you know. So 15 likes. I mean, that's a great stream, you know. You know, the more likes that we get on the stream, on the live, the more people will see it in the feed for their YouTube, and they'll see us live and be like, hey, there's a Focus SD guy. He's live. We'll go check it out. And, you know, that's how you guys find me. That's literally how you guys find me, is by other people that have been here already. They like the stream, and they just, you know, it just keeps letting other people know that we do live streams. I used to do them every Friday, but being that it's winter time and I have to heat up the garage, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I really don't want to do that. And, you know, so I've been doing it every other Friday. And I feel like every Friday is probably too much. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it. It's just the thing is, like, every Friday you kind of lose, like, you just lose, like, the talkability of it. You know what I mean? Like, I like to build up a little bit, like build up a little bit of a story, and just like, you know, you can kind of come back and be like, oh, hey, what you guys been up to for the last 2 weeks or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, instead it's like every week was just kind of like, oh, it's kind of almost the same thing over and over again. There isn't a whole lot new going on. But every 2 weeks, usually there's, or every other week, usually there's something new happening. So, yeah, no problem, man. I mean, listen, we don't always talk about ST and RS and EcoBoost shit, and I mean, we can talk about. I mean, we're a bunch of guys in here, car guys. Once in a while, my fiance's grandson will pop in and kind of spam the chat. He's like my number one fan. So he's really young, and so he'll come in here and say hi, and so don't mind him. But yeah, I mean, we're just basically like a bunch of car guys. Just like literally, it's no different than going to a car meet. Well, I mean, I think this is better, honestly, but I mean, it'd be literally no different than going like to a Focus ST RS car meet and like just meeting a bunch of you guys and then like just getting a group of us and like talking and shooting the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't obviously go to all you guys and like meet you all. So we go on here, do the live stream, and we get to talk. So yeah, I mean, it's nobody else does it for our platform, and I feel like I've been around for a while. I've had the ST for 13 plus years. I feel like doing this is definitely something that's a must. And yeah, I really enjoy talking one-on-one with all you guys, answering all the questions, shooting the shit, and sometimes we get off topic. We'll talk about the weather or talk about what food we like or some crazy shit like that. But that's just honestly, that's just I talk. So I mean, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's just the way it is, But yeah. But yeah, it's been an awesome stream, guys. I mean, a lot of new faces, a lot of new people up in here. Appreciate you guys. And if you guys want to reach out to me, I'm on Facebook. It's WhiteBlurrst on Facebook. You can contact me through there. I have my email. It's pinned at the top if you're interested in anything or want to ask questions. Or if you're interested in a Purge line or whatever. So you don't have to wait 2 or 3 months or whatever for that. Literally, like, generally what I do is when I ship those out, they're literally like, if you pay for it like tonight, I would literally have it shipped out tomorrow morning. I don't even care if it's Saturday. I like to get shit done as soon as possible because that's how I am. I like to have it done for myself. So I just treat it the same way if it was one for me. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I do it as quickly as possible. I get it out there, get the tracking, and then, yeah, I mean, so I just try to help out as many people or help out as many of you guys as possible. And that's why I do it. This is why I do the YouTube thing. So, it's the only best way to get the word out, the most accurate information out. And we built a good community and it just keeps growing. And yeah, I mean, you guys are all awesome, man. We couldn't do it without you all, so it's been awesome. And yeah, I can't wait to get out of Vermont and move to Oklahoma. That's gonna be awesome. So I can't wait for that. It's gonna be a better car community, warmer weather, be able to drive my car more. The content probably is gonna be a lot better down there overall. Just because of I can just do more shit. Yeah. Hey man, you have a good night, buddy. Yeah, it's spelt the same way. So if you add me on Facebook, it's WhiteBlurrst, the same way it is on the YouTube. So there's a space in between WhiteBlurr with 2 R's and ST. So just so you know. But yeah, I think I might get off here because it is fucking 40 degrees in the garage. So when am I moving? I'm hoping, and I mean, hopefully August. I'm hoping August. I'd like to go sooner, but I'm gonna try to sell my place in July, end of July, list it. It'll go fast because it's gonna be like $300,000. A $300,000 house around here goes pretty quick because most of the houses around here go for like fucking $500,000, and a lot of the houses around here that are $500,000 don't have a 4-car garage, and I do. You know, my garage is 24 by 36, and yeah, I do have a double wide. It's a double wide, so it's 1,700 square feet and 0.32 acres of land. So there's a little bit of land here. But the thing is, it's a nice garage too. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's $300,000. I feel like is a pretty good price, and 310. You know, so I'm gonna buy another place, buy a place down there for like 250. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome, man. It's, you know, it's gonna be quite a bit moving, but we're gonna get a car trailer for the ST, haul it down there. Honestly, I'm gonna have such a blast with my Focus down there in Oklahoma. I cannot wait. I've been wanting to, because just to think of like, just think about this. Like, you've been around this area, like, say you've been living around your place for so long, and it's like all the cars, all the people that know your car, it gets so boring because nobody wants to like mess around with you. And it's like you gotta go to a new place just to find like new people to mess around with or whatever. And you know, going to a new state with people that don't know who you are or what your car is capable of or whatever, they're gonna think, oh, it's just a normal ST. I'm gonna mess around and destroy this guy, you know. And then come to find out, I just blew their doors off, and they sell their Mustang next week. So, and then they find, you know, they say, you know, they have to get something else or fucking whatever, you know, or their fucking wife divorces them. So, because they lost a Focus. So I don't know, but I mean, I've had, trust me, I've raced people and they literally have sold their car. Like, I've had that happen. I had a guy I fucking raced in Mexico in 2013. He had a what was it, MK5 GTI, and I had stock turbo. And this is before I went big turbo. This was 2013. So I literally had my SCT X3 programmer. I didn't have a COB programmer yet. I had all the bolt-ons. So I made 270 at the wheels, 315 torque, nothing crazy. But I beat this GTI that had stage 2 APR tune and all the bolt-ons. I beat him by a couple car lengths, and the guy literally sold his car like a week or two later. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. But I don't know. I mean, that's not my intention, is to get people to sell their car when I beat them. But it's just honestly kind of funny, you know. But you know, but it's whatever. I mean, that's their decision, not mine. So, but I think it's gonna be fun to mess around with people in a new area, in a new state. Better weather overall. It's just gonna be way more fun. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I mean, listen. I even beat a fucking. I don't know how much horsepower it was, but there was a diesel, Dodge diesel, Cummins. I don't know what one it was. It was like a 2005 or 2006 body style. Something like that, 2006, 2007 body style Dodge Cummins. And it had like a lot of shit done. It had a bigger turbo. I think it was making like 500 or 600 at the wheels. And I beat him with the stock turbo. with the shit I had done. I'm like, what? I ended up beating him, and then the final boss was the GTI, and I beat that guy. And both of them sold the truck. I think the guy that sold the truck sold it a lot later than the guy that GTI sold. He sold the GTI, but the guy that had the truck is a tan lifted fucking diesel. I mean, I probably only beat him by like a car length. It wasn't by much. It wasn't like I destroyed him or nothing. But the GTI, I think I got him by like car length and a half, 2 car lengths. And the diesel was a little bit closer. But yeah, I beat them both. So it's pretty fun. But it was only stock turbo too. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely underrated, even for a stock turbo. I mean, when you put them on like ethanol, the ST wakes right up. Ethanol wakes the cars up. On 93, even at 400 at the wheels, I mean, once you go to 5th gear, it just dogs right down. No power at all. Once you get to E85, the car just wakes right the fuck up. Like, it's not even the same thing. It's insane. Like, I can tell you right now, here's a good, I don't know how many people are watching still. Let me see how many people are still watching. 7 people. Okay, here's a good example, and I'll probably end it with this. So when I made 407 at the wheels, 410, I was tuned by Alan at Edge Auto Sports on my Built 2.0. I had stage 2 cams, OEM intake cam, stage 2 exhaust cam. I had the 71.63 EFR, 23 pounds of boost I was tuned for, and it was actually that EFR right there, that one right there, that exact turbo. And I was making 400, I rounded off a 410 on 93 4-port fuel injection, stock fuel system otherwise. So I compare that to, okay, the pull in 4th gear with that setup. So how I compare this is when I made with the 2.3 stroker with the RS head, stage 3 cams, and the G35 900, that in 5th gear on that setup pulled equivalent, if not harder, than my 4th gear at 410 on 93 with that other setup. That's how it was so much different. In 5th gear, it pulled harder, similar or harder. I think almost harder because of the power, but. And with the E85, like it literally felt like it just didn't have, like it just kept going in 5th gear, even like going from 4th to 5th and just going. Like 5th gear pulled, to me, it feels harder than it did in 4th gear when I had the 2.0 71.63 at 410. Like that's pretty insane if you think about it. And 4th gear, obviously, was just ridiculous. And 3rd gear, I would need slicks to hook up. 3rd gear would have been mental. I probably would have snapped an axle in 3rd gear. Just the way it pulled. But anyways, boys, we're gonna end it. How long have we been on? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna end it. What's up?
Hey, Dad.
What you got there?
Your sweatshirt.
Oh, I'm getting done.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good night. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the likes and follows and the commitments and recommitments. And if you end up buying a Purge line or whatever, fuel, upgraded high pressure fuel line, or if you guys have any more further questions, contact me at whiteblurrst@gmail.com. And also, don't forget to shop at cvfab.com for an intercooler or downpipe for any EcoBoost. Use my code BB5 at checkout. You'll save 5%. So, it's 5%. So, and it also supports me a little bit because I'm affiliated with them. But anyways, guys, love you all. We'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Stay safe in this crazy storm that we got coming. So stay safe out there, guys. Have a good weekend. Love you all.